Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for an all-new double special show coming to you live from horrible Tampa Bay, Florida, featuring Christopher Gorges, Tiffany Barbee, and me, JB Lee.
And me. So say the stars, it's meant to be. My heart is for you.
Welcome back, everybody. Double special. Wednesday night. Thanks for joining us. If you're listening on IRN, it is Friday night. Thanks for joining us and starting your weekend off with Double Special. Got a great show lined up for you tonight. 1 week away from Halloween. We're very excited about that. So in celebration, Tiffany is dressed in the past couple of weeks in Halloween costumes. You can see right now she is a Ghostbuster. Yes.
Ghostbuster.
Jordan, which one is she? Which Ghostbuster is she?
I was asking her that before. She has no specific Ghostbuster in mind.
Well,
Really?
I really like Egon now as an adult, but as a child, I really like Bill Murray's one.
Yeah, I liked Egon more on the real Ghostbusters cartoon show. That's where he came into his own as a character. True.
We got a great show lined up for to talk about a lot of stuff. Right off the bat, want to say, Brady, our friend in Canada, we're thinking about you. Your wife's on lockdown over this whole shooting situation in Canada that unfolded today in Parliament, where a crazy loon went and shot a memorial guard at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier and then marched into Parliament and got into a gunfight and lost.
Yeah.
So, but nonetheless, his wife is trapped in some office building down there or a government building, I'm assuming. Yeah, they've been on lockdown all day. So, because they don't know. Maybe there's groups of mad people running. I don't know.
Could be. There's that other jihadist who ran down 2 soldiers the other day. So.
Jesus. All right.
It's all crazy there in Canada.
Yeah. Also tonight, special night, we're going to have Gav Cross on shortly. He's calling in from England. It's late there. I believe he lives in Liverpool. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning there. He's calling in because if you have been following us on Facebook and Twitter and these other social media outlets, you'll know that there was like a little rift between the two shows over a misunderstanding about what was broadcasted a couple weeks ago in reference to his show, The Funny Looking Podcast, which is a great podcast. I like the podcast. I'll say that before he even gets on the phone. I like Funny Looking Podcasts.
Hey,
It's a
we
good
like
podcast.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the misunderstanding, if you did not see all the stuff that was going on, is that Petchrachelli stated that we called them facetious. We went back and looked and listened to the podcast and found out, in fact, we did not call them facetious. What I said exactly was that I did not know whether the show was being pretentious or facetious or a parody of...
you're like, I don't know if he's trying to be facetious.
Right, trying to be facetious, which isn't the same thing as calling somebody. I didn't know. I was asking the question, and Petchrachelli answered it for me.
That's kind of weak.
No, it's not kind of weak. I'm just saying.
I mean,
Anyway.
you wouldn't be asking it if you didn't think it.
No, that's not true. I
he was
use the word
asking.
in the term of the definition that I know of, which is a sarcastic sort of ploy at humor without, a very subtle thing. So anyway, aside from all that, I don't want to get into it with you, goddammit. What are you doing?
He's a very sincere fellow.
I know he's a sincere fellow, but
Well,
you're turning it around again.
Oh, I told you I'd do that.
You're such an ass.
We discussed this last night at the meeting.
Okay, so he's going to call in, and he's nervous, I think, because we're Americans, and I think they think we're like just ruffian, blowhard ogres over here. We're like, blah, blah, blah. It's not, I don't know, whatever.
No, he likes Americans.
I know, and I like his show, and I like British shows, and I think it's great that somebody that is the official podcast of the Liverpool Comedy Festival mentioned us. That's nice.
It's one of the big guys.
It is one of the big guys over there. And so we'll be talking to him. He's going to get on. We're just going to squash the whole thing right now and be friends. I'm sure Petchrachelli has blocked us all on Facebook. He, deleted his Facebook page after the incident.
So just ran.
I don't know. I don't understand.
Ran
how
like
that
a little
works.
churchmas.
But I don't understand how do you get in the mix and get it all riled up and they go, this is getting too crazy. I'm out of here. What, does that make any sense to you, Tiffany?
I think he was just trying to, make a point.
What was the point?
That we're mean.
Do you think we're mean?
No, come on. What did we do?
Well, they did.
Well, you know what? We just say the truth.
Well, but that's okay.
No, come on.
Well, it was a truthful inquiry.
Yeah, your thing was. Your thing was not mean.
As to the tone of his show, I just was curious what the tone of his show was.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Anyway, I got blown all up, and that's all right. So he's going to call in shortly because I don't want to keep him up too late. I feel bad.
Yeah.
It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. So call in, Gab, if you're listening, and we'll talk to you.
Anytime.
Yeah, anytime you want. All right. And we'll talk about that. We'll also talk about our next week's guest. It was going to be Almighty One, but Almighty One, if you're listening, I got to cancel you out. We had somebody scheduled that I didn't realize. Mike Murillo will be here next week. We'll have Almighty One next week. And listen, the Almighty One show, you got to listen to that show. It's going to be interesting for sure because nobody likes him, and I'm going to find out why. We're going to get deep in his
I
soul.
can tell you right now.
I know.
He's got an iPad. But in the meantime, check in. Let me pull that up. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's my porn.
Oh, for God's sake.
Check in. New York City strip club now offering ad space on its strippers' bodies. Check in.
Idiocracy. It's idiocracy right there. It's
It
the first.
is.
It's when I hear they got a Starbucks in there, that we're all doomed. That's it. I'm telling you.
Show Palace's skin ads, which includes
Skin
placement on strippers' backs, stomachs, legs, or arms. Oh, speaking of that,
Don't just answer it and then finish your statement.
hey, ladies and gentlemen, calling in live to the double special show, it's Gav from the Funny Looking Podcast.
Good, very early morning to you,
Oh.
the double special smashers.
God,
Dude, it's 1 o'clock in the morning.
know.
I don't know that I'd have the constitution to stay up and then call in for any show.
you sound like a man who can't stay up past midnight ever. Just
I unfortunately, I very often do, but this is the 1 week in the damp country I live in, rabid with chest infection, that I actually can't keep my eyes open.
All right. Well,
So I set my alarm. I want this conversation. I think it's needed.
all right.
off his deathbed to talk it out.
All right. Okay.
It's possible.
Yeah. Well, just hang in there. Get some vitamin C in you, and that's gonna do it. Really, that'll do you good.
Thank you for anglicizing vitamins for me. I appreciate that.
Asking about aluminium.
Yes, in the Caribbean.
Yeah. Now, I explained this shortly before you called. You know, we listened to your podcast. I listened to one episode. It was the history episode, and it was
Thank
kind of
you.
yeah. Well, no, I like the
You
podcast.
listened to one.
Well, I actually listened to last week's one as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, because you talked about us in it, so I thought it was important for me to do.
Yeah,
You caught his interest.
all you have to do is tell us that you're talking about us, and we'll watch every episode ever. Just mention our name once, and we'll be like, "Oh my God, is this the part where he mentions our names?"
Well, that's where it started. That's where it started. Now listen, can I come in and just establish who I am?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Very quickly. I mean, you three are, you're comedians. Yeah, you have that comedic angle. You are, for me, you're warriors. You stand there alone in front of a microphone. I don't do that. I'm a fan. I'm a comedy fan. And Funny Looking Podcast. Well, Funny Looking is about comedy. I'm not a comedian. And so we revere and celebrate. And what you're listening to is Funny Looking Live. And I introduce that as a nonsense. That's just a conversation, a reach out. In fact, it's probably an existential yearning into the dark. It's not who I am. It's not who I am. Judge me by funnylooking.co.uk, where I celebrate comedy and we never review. We would never. I have a pal, Pete. We just celebrate the things we love, and that's why I mentioned double special. Young Petchrachelli put me onto you, and I listened, and I laughed. That's the criteria, yeah? That's the criteria.
No, most definitely. Listen, there's a lot of guys that either these two people don't like or whatever, but if I see them getting laughs and they're using their art to get laughs, then you have to respect that. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely. If I don't find you funny, I'm in the wrong place.
I agree.
Now, two of you are hilarious.
Ah,
Well, here's the thing. When I
Which
listened to your
ones?
show, I thought, as you stated, I was mistaken. I thought you were comedians and that you were putting on a comedy podcast. And so I listened to it. I thought, well, there's some serious existentialism going on here. You guys are getting deep. And it kind of threw me
Well,
off. And then I didn't know if it was
thank you.
I didn't know if
First
it was
of
an
all,
NPR
thank you.
parody or what it was. I was unsure of what it
In
was.
my heart, I'm an educator, I'm a teacher, but more than that, I'm a person of a community. And Spreaker is a very small community. And my little spot is on a Sunday night, Sunday night.
Yeah.
We've got lovely Brad Maclean, and he's got his Shipwreck show. We got even Petchrachelli has done his bit on. We've got Scott from Scotland. He's amazing. He's there. We got John Wilson, and we just connect. We just connect. And I think perhaps that's where you thought I'm a comedian. I'm not a comedian. And you're right. I am sensitive, and I think perhaps I've been sensitive over this.
Don't be, because in the same instance, I'm sensitive as well, where I
Yeah.
thought, I don't look.
I've picked that up.
Yeah,
I've
it's
picked that up really quickly.
but it's not my intent, and it never was in the show
Okay.
to attack people or do anything like that or review. If my stand-up, the character that I do in stand-up is an aggressive, antagonistic person, but not on this show.
And that is why perhaps you have revered young Petchrachelli.
I don't know. I can't figure out what Petchrachelli likes or doesn't like at this point. I am.
Well, I think he's an artist. I think he has the soul of the artist, but the unkempt, feral, outer carapace of a man who lives in a very challenging part of Great Britain.
Look,
That's
we
true.
we did the Google tour, and we weren't. I was like, wow, that is out in the middle of nowhere. It really is.
Believe me, I've been to Maryport once. I took my kids through it. We were there for half an hour and we left. This was before I knew Petchrachelli. Half an hour and we left. It's a challenging part of the world. So I think Petchrachelli is one of those young men. So you remember you listened to Love Bombing Petchrachelli? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I think he has an underdeveloped amygdala. He hasn't had enough love in his life.
I don't.
And I was trying to tease out that love. Now, it's okay for you.
Yeah.
It's okay for Brad. You have an ocean between you. This guy is 120 miles away from where I live.
Why don't you get him to come and actually be on, like, come do a show or be involved?
I've asked him.
He won't do it.
I've asked him. I asked him to come down to Liverpool.
Mhm.
I've asked him. And because I'm a person who likes to connect to people, now I'm blocked. Now, what do I do? I'm 43 years old, Chris.
Yeah.
Tiffany, I'm 43. What's the
Don't
What's the
laugh.
other one called? What's the other one called?
Jordan.
Wow, really?
Oh,
What did I do?
Jordan.
I love it. That's hilarious. What are you called? He's called Jarbell.
Oh, no.
Jordan.
Yes, sir.
I'm 43.
I'm
and
42.
I preferred the beard, I must say.
Yeah, well.
Yes.
He's job hunting, and it was scaring people.
And honestly, I
What
don't
am I
know how
gonna
to
do?
trim it. It grows out to a certain point and it just turns into like, horrible mountain man, and I can't trim it down. I can't do such
Wire.
things.
Why a wall? Why a wall? That's me.
Yeah.
What do I do, Chris? What do I do? Do I go to Petchrachelli and say, look, you've created this? Am I allowed to, as you say, curse on this?
Yeah, it's fine.
You've created this fucking shitstorm. What do I do? Do I go to him and say, I'm sorry, when I'm not sure what I've done?
Yeah.
No, look, I'm on the same page as you are, Gav, because I don't know who I'm supposed to
Right.
apologize. He's
He
like, well, you should
started it.
apologize to Gav, and I'm like, for what? All I did was make a comment about his podcast. I didn't judge the podcast.
Look,
I've listened to the podcast. I like it. I just couldn't figure out comedically where you were coming from.
What you said, and I picked up exactly what you meant, and that's
Yeah.
why I tweeted you back saying,
Right.
I'm not facetious, I'm fatuous. I thought that was kind of a linguistic half
Yeah.
joke. That's where I come from, you see. I'm not a comedian.
But you are though. If you can do that, then you are. It's just a
Oh,
different
thanks, man.
tone. And then we had an argument
Thank-
here at the house about American versus British comedy. Like I felt like Petchrachelli was saying, and that I didn't know anything about British comedy. And then Jordan, you hopped in like, oh, it's too subtle for you to get it. And I'm like, come on, I'm not that
To
stupid.
be fair, Chris, to be
Yes.
fair,
Yeah.
you did cite Benny Hill.
Yeah, but I like Benny Hill. Listen, it's an old reference. It's an old reference. I'm not saying I'm up on the current stuff, the contemporary stuff, but I mean to be fair.
We don't talk about Benny Hill anymore.
Is it really that bad?
Yeah.
It's that bad.
We still
We
talk
don't
about
talk about.
We still talk about the Three Stooges over here, and Jerry Lewis.
I think he'd like the Carry On movies
no,
as well.
No, don't get me wrong. The Carry On movies, fine, we talk about it. But Benny Hill, we don't talk about Benny Hill.
So now we say
He's
Rowan
amazing.
Atkinson and not Mr. Bean. You would never say Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean is a genius creation. He's a clown. Beautiful. Very hated in the UK. But I'm a big fan of Monsieur Hulot. Yes, you with me?
No, I don't know that.
Oh, there you go. You see, and that's what funny looking is about. It's gifting comedy, like you are doing with this show. But we've reached a point of connection here.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a resolution. I will continue listening.
Okay.
I'm not going to ask Petchrachelli. You
I-
can follow me if he.
Here's the thing. I think Petchrachelli will come to us. I think he'll call the show. If he doesn't call tonight, I'd be surprised. But
And you know
probably
what?
next week.
If we don't hear from him this week, we will find a goat and send it across his bridge, and that will lure him out.
Well, I will tell you something now. I'll tell you, this is perhaps crossing a line.
Oh God, here we go again.
Petchrachelli on Spreaker
Okay, hold
has
on.
been known.
Oh,
Yes.
wait,
As the
save it
king
for
of the
just
lot.
1 second.
Answer with the thing. We actually have Petchrachelli's calling right now. You
All
wanna
right, so
take-
it'll put him on hold. Now, Petchrachelli, call back,
Why?
Why?
because we can't do a guest call. Instead, it'll put the active call on hold.
Oh, really?
Ah.
Why?
Yeah, because he's not calling in on a phone.
Oh, he's not calling in a thing. Ah, for
Anyway,
Christ's sakes.
back to Gav.
Damn it.
This is more
Can
important.
I help technically? Can I help technically? Because
no,
I'd
he-
love to talk to him. We're not that far apart.
I know.
Metaphorically, it's like
All right, we're gonna put you on
Let me
hold.
put-
See what he says, and see if we can get him to call back on whatever he called back on before. See what he has to
Yeah,
say.
because usually we can add.
And you can hear this, right, Gav?
I I would endeavour to do so.
All right, go
I
ahead.
would endeavour because it's on the same phone.
Stay
We're
on.
gonna put you on hold. Okay, answer the phone. We'll see if we can do this. Petchrachelli, you're on the air. Welcome to the show, sir.
You right?
Yeah, listen, I don't know how you called, but we can't get you and Gav to do the conference thing like we usually do. It wouldn't allow that. So he's on hold while you speak.
Oh, it does this all the time.
Yeah, is it because you're on a cell phone or are you on Skype or what are you using?
No, is he? Did he send you a Skype request or did he just Skype you up?
I think he just Skyped us up.
That's why.
Oh, so he has to be. We have to friend him.
Yeah.
Ah, for Christ's
Oh,
sake.
hang on a second. Hang on a second. I'll try something. Hang on. I'll phone you back.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Go ahead and hang up with him, and then
All right.
pick up the other call. Okay.
Oh.
All right, go ahead. Click on it.
I'm trying. No.
No.
Oh, maybe not.
Play.
There you go.
Yay.
Confusing buttons. All right, we're back on with Gav. Petchrachelli's going to try and call back in.
So we figured out what the problem was. You are not friends with us on Skype, so you just called in, which we can accept. So it won't allow the conference call. So he says he's going to try something. I don't know. He doesn't seem upset. Let me say that.
Yeah,
Well, I'm pleased because who wants that? Who wants that?
I don't listen. I at the risk of sounding like an idiot, we're so blessed that we have people calling in the show from overseas, from Europe and from Australia. Yes, hold on, Tiffany. And I am always trying to please Petchrachelli. I want to make him laugh because I respect him as a humorist.
That comes across. But there's a potential here that you may have empowered him
Ooh.
beyond the means of his
To
kind
do
of
what?
emotional literacy.
What's he gonna do? I mean, empower him to
Yeah,
what end?
exactly. What's he going to do to you? You're in Florida.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
not.
close.
Yeah, what are you doing to the people around him? All right, let me. It's
Still
not
gonna-
working.
Still gonna put it
Doing
on.
it
It's
again.
still gonna put it on hold.
What?
What's that, Gav?
Well, let's talk about Petchrachelli and just let him stew in it for a little while.
No, we just lost.
Gav is gone.
I think we just lost Gav. He's gonna probably. You know what? He may hang up and go ahead and put Petchrachelli on. And then let's see if we get a friend request. If we get a friend request from Gav, double special show on Skype, right?
Yeah.
Then we can take the call and make it a conference call, even though it's god awful late over there, and I apologize for that, guys. Petchrachelli, Gav is on. He just wants to make up, dude.
Hang on a second. Hang on. I think I can work this out.
In a
Huh?
second, we may have
It's
it.
coming.
Something's coming through right now.
Well, I've got his Skype contact, so I should be able to add him to the call. If he's maybe still on hold over fit git. He's got his own show. We can't even use bloody Skype.
Yeah, we can't either.
Wait, he's something clicking through. We'll see. Gav, are you on the line now?
Hello?
Okay, there
Yeah.
we go.
I'm on
Hey!
the line. I'm on the
Here we go.
Here he is.
I've
My
missed you, mate.
tormentor.
I've missed you, mate. Genuinely.
Oh bollocks! Have you know this guy is a what's it called? An actor teacher. What do you call that? A theatrical teacher or something?
Yeah.
Everything
teach
yeah,
I
a
teach
drama,
drama,
teacher.
yeah.
Everything that comes out of his mouth is a performance. Trust me.
Ah.
Oh, I think you. I don't know. I could say that about you. You seem a little bit more realer than Gavin. I don't mean that in a bad way, but Gav is. I don't know. He's got.
Fingers crossed, Brad.
This is the way you come across. I bet you're like this at a dinner party.
Oh, me?
No, not you.
Gav.
Gav's got a Liverpool accent.
I
He's not on
I
speaker.
love his voice. I want to hire Gav to like tell me stories to go to sleep. Like I feel like he'd be excellent at like making me fall asleep.
Bedtime
Nice.
He's
stories
got like
by
his
Gav.
voice
There
is
you
just
go,
so
again,
soothing.
He's boring now.
No.
Yeah.
That's no, I know where Tiffany's coming from. And I take that as the compliment
It is.
as
It's a
it was
compliment.
meant. And if I could, I would sit and whisper in your ear and watch you fall asleep. I would happily do that.
But you know what? What just happened is a perfect example of how this whole thing just amped up. We said something, and really kind of being true. Petchrachelli, you took it completely a different way. Gav seems to know where we're coming.
Because I don't like Tiffany.
Look, can I offer another angle on this?
Please.
I believe that Petchrachelli is a true artist. I believe he's a nihilist. I believe he's a provocateur. I believe if he was working in this audio medium, say in the 1930s, we would still be talking about him now. He has a unique view on the world. Unfortunately, it's a shock and awe approach. And there
What,
would
what are you talking about? A complete fabrication. I never actually, if you listen to it back, I never said anything. They asked me about something, and I said I can't talk about it because I couldn't talk about it.
But
then
then-
someone suggested, is it because you were upset? because of something Chris had said. And I just said, well, yeah.
Did Salvador Dali
I
ever
don't know
drop his
Salvador
mantle?
Dali. I'm not a magician.
The mantle was always there. He's a nihilist, a surrealist. He has the heart of a poet.
Speaking Japanese.
Oh my God!
Not one word of it makes any sense to him. Jordan, you're the smartest one in that room. What is he saying?
What?
Do you know?
He's describing you as sort of a situationalist. You're a student of Guy Debord.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's that got to
Absolutely.
do with anything
He's
I've
of that
said?
that school of the French situationalist approach, that Braque, and we're talking about
But
Paris in the
Gav, it's got
30s.
nothing to do with a slice of bread, does it?
And all I've ever
It's
wanted to do with
completely
Petchrachelli is
ignoring what I'm
hold
saying
him.
and
Just
saying
hold him. Just hold him until he goes. He would hold him until he went still, and hold him until he went pliant, and hold him until he relaxed, and then we would let go, and then we would have a cup of tea, we would talk, we would have a beer, and I think we'd get through it.
He wants to break him.
Yes, Crystal, you had something to add?
I think that you guys both are being horrible. Poor Petchrachelli, he was trying to do something out of the kindness of his heart, and you
Exactly.
guys have both
Listen.
turned on him.
Exactly. I don't like Gav. I've said it a million times, but I didn't think it was right that you were slagging him off. Now, I'm the Robin Hood of see you next Tuesday, so I
Jesus.
stood up for him. And what happened is you all turned your back on me and stuck the knives in. So as far as I'm concerned,
What?
you can all swivel on my big one.
Hey, but here's the thing, though. Nobody turned their back on you. You
Wait, hang on, let me... No, apart from Jordan and Crystal.
what? You are
Yeah.
delusional, sir. You're the one that hopped off Facebook. You're the one that always had something bad to say, and then all of a sudden you
mean
flipped
I
it.
hopped on Facebook.
One second you're defending Gav, the next second you're defending me, then you're defending some woman that lives in your
Never
neighborhood.
defended you.
What?
Chris, can I tell you what I think my mistake was?
I
Please.
don't want to know.
I think my mistake was I thought it was a game.
I did too.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. I thought we were playing.
It's not a game with
I
him.
thought we were playing. That's very good. That was very good. Yeah, it's not a game. I've realised that now. I've realised that a few hours ago. I genuinely didn't know that Petchrachelli had unfollowed me on Twitter until tonight.
I've unfollowed everyone on Twitter, Gav. I tweeted it out all through the day that I was going on a mass unfollow spree, and if you didn't want me to...
I work.
Yes, but what? You work 24/7, do you? Are you a bloody prostitute? I
All right,
don't
well,
think so.
We
Let
have
me
to pay
offer.
attention.
Hold on. Let me offer this to both of you. Now, Gav, I believe you're sincere. Petchrachelli, you know we're a big fan of yours, and I would never purposely say something to hurt your feelings. But if you're going to be online, you're going to be bebopping around and doing all this stuff, then and then you're going to have to. You're going to have to be a little bit more pliable, as he said. Come on.
Let me just reverse that
nothing.
on you.
This
I
is
thought
nothing.
that just saying thing was actually pretty funny. It wasn't meant to be taken seriously.
So did
And then
I.
you started going, You came on my Facebook, left about 10 paragraphs about how everyone's whining and bitching. While whining and bitching, you're the only one whining and bitching. And the
Oh,
reason
no.
I got rid of Facebook
Yep.
isn't because of yous lot or Gav. It's because I don't like Facebook. I've been on there for 2 weeks. I've had a paedophile come after me. I've had all this drama, and I've had half of Spreaker trolling me. That's why I got rid of it.
Oh, my God, dude.
That's all true. That's all true.
Well, Gav, you're supposed to be on my side, and you're one of the fucking
I am.
trolls.
All right, here's the thing, though.
I am.
Here's the thing, though. The comments I made were, as I said, a smile on my face, all in good fun. None of that stuff is
Yep.
serious. I wasn't really upset about anything, dude. Honestly, I don't get upset
You're a
about
good
crap like
man,
that.
Chris.
I don't, dude. I don't. I know you think that I'm over here stewing and that I'm cutting myself and that,
That's what
I'm
I'm
burning
thinking
myself
at
with cigarettes
all.
to see if I can feel, but it's not like that.
You're a good man, Chris. You're a good man.
Right,
And you,
can
Tiffany.
someone mute him a second?
No, I'm not going to mute him.
I don't like this.
Chris, I
Yes.
wasn't sat there thinking you were upset.
Yeah.
I was sat there cooking Sunday dinner. I was barely by my computer.
All right, well, you're stronger men than we are.
How did the chicken come out?
No, it wasn't very good.
All right, well,
Disaster.
hopefully you're not going to blow us all off, Petchrachelli, and we can talk more earnestly. Now that we've all talked together, we can talk more earnestly online and not take it so seriously,
So
dude.
is
Jeez.
nobody upset?
It's you
I'm
that's taking it
I'm
seriously.
not. Not at all. I'm not.
I don't think
Did
there's going to
you
be any
unfollow-
result.
Bollocks.
That's not how
Chris,
it's coming across
I
to me.
sent you a bloody message in private to see if you were all right, and you were like, "Yeah, I'm fine." I don't know what you're talking about. I've never known someone text sarcastically before. You found a way to do it.
Yeah.
I got a message off
It's not-
Crystal saying it's funny watching Chris lose his shit. So
And-
don't you come with it, you weren't bothered.
Okay.
You see,
He was
Chris,
so bothered.
this is the example. This is the example where we think it's a game. We think there are, unfortunately, I think
It's
we
not
think
a game.
there are rules, and I don't know if Petchrachelli has the emotional literacy to understand the game.
Maybe Petchrachelli just doesn't care if there's a game or not.
Obviously you do,
feral.
because
He's
you're on the phone
feral.
right now.
Oh no.
You called.
Yeah.
Why did you call? Well, I mean, if you don't care, if you don't really care. Listen, this same thing happened on our show with a comic friend of ours. I've never heard from him since.
Well, listen, Chris,
If people are talking about you, you've got a right to stick up for yourself,
You're
surely.
You're
I
damn
want
right.
to ask the three of you and Crystal, Chris, Tiffany, Crystal, and
That's not cool.
Jarbow.
Not cool, dude.
Jordan, that if Petchrachelli doesn't want to be your British correspondent,
Yeah.
I'm around.
Well, that is quite a little.
It's tempting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really, I have a soft spot for Petra, and I don't know, Gav,
know.
if you could replace him.
Yeah, but we'd be getting one from the civilized part of Britain.
I wouldn't want to replace him. That would be a terrifying conceit. It's just an offer. I'm not trying to replace him. If he carries out with a threat, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't want him to sever this connection to the UK.
All right. I'm down with that.
I
That's fine. I'm
appreciate
good with that.
that.
Petchrachelli,
Okay.
you good with that?
Listen, I know exactly what he's doing. I can't see it. I can't be asked trying to explain it, so I'll just leave it up to you, because I could give a fuck either way.
I would rather it be Petchrachelli because, as I say, I have a job and I like listening.
I've
and
got a job and
sometimes
all.
watching
Mine's bloody 9 to 5.
the following day. But listen, I am going to say goodnight. I'm going to
Okay.
say thank you. I've really enjoyed this connection.
It's been
Good
nice.
night to all of you, Chris, Tiffany, Crystal, Jordan.
What the hell?
You'll have to learn Jordan's
Um,
name if you're his correspondent.
Okay, that's fine.
All right,
I'll
Gav.
do that. I'll do that.
Hey, thanks
Good
for
night,
thanks
all
for
of you.
coming on. I know you're not feeling well.
Remember, it's not Funny Looking Live. That's a nonsense. I don't recommend you listen to it. It's funnylooking.co.uk. Guaranteed no Benny Hill.
No Benny Hill.
Ah.
Perfect. All right, brother. Hey, thanks for taking
Guaranteed.
time out and calling. And call anytime. All right.
Yeah, thanks.
And I hope you feel better, Gary.
Night. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, bye,
Call me back,
Gav.
Tiffany, and I'll whisper.
Yay!
All right, that's Gav Cross. We still got Petchrachelli on the line. Is he still on, or did he dip?
I think he dipped.
He dipped.
Did he
All right.
dip?
There it
no.
was. Is he still on?
He's still there.
Are you still there, Petchrachelli? Well, if he is, we can't hear him.
Yeah.
All right.
He
That
muted.
was-
You guys are so mean to
That was
Petra.
quite.
Did he unfollow us on Twitter?
Not me.
If he,
Not me.
I hope not, because my computer program unfollows people.
Do you see
that
how
unfollow.
nice it was going when we had Gav on? And then Petchrachelli comes on, and the emotion just gets ratcheted up to like that 18th
I
level.
love it.
I thought
Right
we
now.
were all playing.
No, it's great. No,
He has
what?
to defend himself. You guys were
He
saying
needs
words
to
about
defend himself.
him.
We had another caller call in during the middle of that. Sorry, we couldn't take the call. I didn't want to break that up. That was going way too well. Call back. Give us a call. I didn't give out the number. 727-475-6139 is the number. You're listening to Double Special. We just had Gav Cross on. That's funnylooking. What is it? .uk.
Funnylooking.co.uk.
There you go. Check it out.
Yeah.
Check out his podcast, the official podcast.
And I like Funny Looking Live. I think it's an interesting show.
I like
I like the
don't
whole
think it's-
conversation
listened to
about urine.
Yeah, you enjoyed it.
We
Yeah.
listened to 3 episodes, not just 2.
Yeah.
I listen to more.
And we'll have, hopefully we'll have Petchrachelli. Listen, I know
Well-
Petchrachelli thinks that I'm like this spazzy person, but I'm really not
Well, of
that
course,
spazzy.
we want Petra to call in every week.
I
Yeah.
love Petchrachelli. I miss Brad Maclean. I miss a lot of our old callers. Like Marty could call in more often. We don't get that anymore. All right, let's talk about some stuff in the news. We did check in. That was great.
Did we do check-in? I can't even remember.
No, we didn't.
We did part of check-in.
I said like one sentence of check-in.
Oh, come on.
What? It's stripper ads.
All right, yeah.
Oh,
okay.
that's right. Now I remember.
All right, back to check-in quickly.
Come on. Well, what do you think of that? Stripper ads. Basically, they're selling off different body parts for ad space.
As long as they don't cover up a good body part with an ad, then I'm fine.
It's gonna be they've got
No.
stomachs, legs, or arms.
Yeah, okay,
It's just
perfect.
temporary tattoos, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming so. Yeah.
You will not do check-in this evening.
All right, no check-in tonight. That's it. Stripper ads, check in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, calling into the Double Special Show. State your name and purpose.
My name's Lisa Killeen.
Oh, it's Lisa from last week, our British lady. Oh, crap. Lisa, we're gonna.
Hi.
How are you, sweetheart?
I'm fine.
Fine. Listen, we got another call coming through. Maybe you can say hello. It's Brad Maclean from Australia. Brad, how are you, sir? He's not there.
Lisa always gets all riled up
Yeah.
whenever British people are on the phone. She's like, "Oh my God, I
Well,
want to talk
no,
to them."
yeah, no.
Excited. I do. I get properly excited because you're all so. Well, it reminds me of home.
It reminds you of home. What did you do? Listen to that conversation we just had with Petchrachelli and.
I did. But
would-
I'm flipping between listening and things. So I'm not really that great tech. I'm not computer savvy, so I'm kind of listening.
So you're not on Twitter and all the social media, because I was going to ask you if you had problems like this on social media.
I am on social media. I'm on every social media. of
Oh, you
course.
are.
Yeah.
So you are computer literate
Of
then.
course. I know, but it's hard to flip between them both.
Ah, I see.
More,
Now-
more importantly, where do you stand on the Benny Hill issue?
Benny Hill sucks. Benny Hill always sucks. He's the ultimate pervert, and he just was like a paedophile in disguise.
Oh my God! I had no idea he was so loathed in England. I just remember
Did
the
I
show.
say that out loud?
What? No, yeah, of course you said it out loud. No, but I didn't know he
I
was.
have Tourette's.
Do you have Tourette's?
No, but it sounded like I did.
Lisa, what do you do for work? Are you a comedian? You're an artist? What do you do?
I have my own company.
Yeah. What type of company is it?
I do sales and marketing.
Oh, okay. So the social media is important to you. How long have you been here in the United States?
11
11?
years.
11 years.
Minutes.
Today.
Okay. And where in England are you from?
I'm from Yorkshire,
From Yorkshire.
from Leeds. If for the English people, I'm from Wakefield. I'm from Chisholston, which is a little small village outside of. Well, if you're from England, you'll know where that is.
Well, our English viewers will know what it is.
Yeah.
Jordan, do you have an idea where Yorkshire is? I have no idea.
Isn't that like in the South? I don't know.
Well, Yorkshire is like saying that I'm from Hillsborough County, right?
Yeah.
So then you narrow it down,
Right.
and then you say you're from Wakefield, which means you're from Wesley Chapel, right? So you're
Right.
narrowing it down.
No, I understand the
And
village province
then-
thing. I'm talking about geographically in England. Where is it? South, east, west, north?
Oh, I'm from the. Sorry, I apologize.
That's okay.
I'm from the. No, I'm from. Oh God, we're so British. We apologize for everything.
Practically Canadian.
I mean, seriously, if like somebody cuts in front of you to go to the toilet, we apologize. I'm from the west.
From the west, I see.
So I'm 40 miles. I'm equivalently 40 miles from Liverpool.
Oh, okay. So
all right.
close together.
Well, not right now, you're not.
No, not right now. She's not. She's here now.
Well,
She's
not
staying.
right now, not, but theoretically.
Okay. Well, you've been listening to the
But
show.
see, what's that? Wait a minute. I want to bring that word up from last week.
Facetious?
It's still weighing heavy on my mind.
You talking about the word facetious?
Yes.
Okay. What did you want to say about the word?
He was very facetious.
Who was?
Oh, we're not talking about it because that makes me mean.
I don't know what you are right now. I think you are 2 bottles into a wine binge. What? And I mean that in the nicest possible way. I'm sorry, I should say to the British person, but
Oh, I'm not. I'm actually laid in bed, actually, snugged up.
go on.
No, that's where it ends.
Well, that's Britain for you. Did you? No, I again, we talked about it. I didn't think that Gav was facetious. I couldn't figure out whether he was trying to be facetious in an artistic way, not personally, and it kind of got blown out of proportion. But I don't know. I think that British people think facetious means a little like it's more a dirtier of a word than it is.
I think we do. I think we take it out of a different context.
What context do you guys take it out of?
Well, we see it as like nasty.
Yeah,
Like,
see.
that's just plain old fashioned mean.
It's more kind of tongue in cheeky being facetious. It's not at least to me. I've always used it in that
I
context.
always use the word facetious. I wonder how many people I offended when I lived in England.
I was just gonna say.
Tiffany, you use it as just like a nice term of endearment.
No, I wouldn't say it's nice. I don't think we mean it as nice, but it's tongue in cheek. You know, like you say, it's like calling somebody sarcastic or, oh, you're being aloof with me.
Yeah, whenever I'm being like facetious, I'll say it like if I'm saying something that's kind of funny and snarky, I'll be like, oh, I'm just being facetious, you know, like, and that's how I use it.
Right.
And
So it's one of those.
Oh, we don't see it like that. We don't see it like that. Oh, we are like you are being facetious.
Yeah, apparently it's like calling somebody a prostitute or something.
Yeah, it's like
unbelievable.
Yeah, it's not cool.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Well, maybe the British people should think about that before they get
And
all.
we don't even use the word cool. We hate the word cool, by the way.
You don't like the word cool?
Well, no, because it's just so uncool to use the word cool.
Yeah, well, thank God we're here in my country where we love to use the word cool and dude and boss and all those things.
Oh, yeah, I can use all them words. Awesome, cool. We don't.
What's cool? What's the equivalent in England of the word cool?
Oh, my God, you put me under pressure. Can you ask Petchrachelli that or whatever?
No,
his
he
name
he
is?
won't talk to me anymore. He's not talking to me anymore.
Oh, my God, what's up with him? He gets so sad.
I don't know. Gav may be onto something about the love thing. I'm not sure. I don't think Petchrachelli's all that angry, and I think I think he just likes to have fun. He likes to wind people up, and I don't blame him.
Cool.
It's
Cool's like being like, how can I define it? It's like, I don't know. You're putting me under pressure with the cool thing.
all right. Well, you listen.
It's like being trendy.
posh.
Posh.
No, that's
You're
not-
so
no,
posh,
no,
Tiffany.
Posh is way too much.
Yeah,
trendy.
it is.
Trendy is the word.
Trendy.
Trendy.
Like, you're trendy, then you're cool.
I'm
but we don't
trendy.
use cool as a bad thing. Cool is oh my God, you're cool.
I love it how
That's like trendy.
I love it how Europeans just take our words and just put whatever meaning they want on.
Yeah, why did you English take
And
our
then-
English
wait a minute,
and
for
ruin
the
it?
record, for the record, wait a minute, for the record, pull it back. It were our words.
Right. You guys are all walking around saying cool all the time. No, that's a James Dean word, my dear. That's our word. All right, listen, Lisa, I love the fact that you're listening to the show. We really appreciate it. Tell all your friends and call back and say hello again when you think of some other English slang words you can throw at us.
Huh.
I will. It was lovely to talk to you.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, live from Tampa Bay, but originally from Yorkshire and Quigley or
Yorkshire.
whatever it is, on the
There you
West
go.
Coast. That was Lisa.
All right, thanks for calling, Lisa. We'll talk to you next time. There you go.
That's cool.
All right.
So I didn't know. So facetious is like fanny, like one of those words that just has a totally different meaning.
Why couldn't somebody say that to us and say, just instead of just saying you guys are attacking and say, well, that's what it means to us? We could have quickly said that's not what it means over
They're
here.
still angry about that 1776 thing,
we
dude.
read the damn. They really are.
Yeah,
dude.
that's what it all
It's a
boils
pisser.
down to.
You know who else is probably angry right now? Bill Cosby. This is in the news, and this
yeah.
freaked me out, and I had no idea about this. There's a comic out there called, what is it, Hannibal Buress?
Hannibal Buress, yes.
Is he famous? I don't know who he is.
I've heard the name. Well, no, I've heard
of
Hannibal.
the name Hannibal.
Okay,
I get it confused with the A-Team and also the dude on the Alps.
Well, because when I brought up the story at the meeting, Jordan was like, "Oh, it's Hannibal Buress." I'm like, "Oh yeah, that comic." Who I looked at him, I was like, "I don't know this dude, but he's a comic." I thought you
He's
knew him. I
famous
thought-
now.
Yeah, he is famous now. He had a video that went viral. He was doing a stand-up set. I don't know if it was in Chicago. I don't know where the hell it was, but
You don't know a lot about this.
no, I do.
yeah.
I know.
Oh.
I don't know where he did the stand-up. But that's not important.
Do you need to know
What's
which part of the
important is what he
country
said.
was like the east, west, north,
No,
or south?
Well, I didn't know if he did it in L.A., which is a pretty ballsy move. If you do this, something like that in L.A., it's pretty ballsy. I'm guessing he was in the middle. Anyway, oh my God. I'll bring up the story. See if we can get Brad on the phone. Brad, are you there?
G'day, Chris. How you going?
All right,
G'day,
hey.
guys.
Oh my God.
Hey,
Huh?
hi.
I said I missed Brad Maclean, and within 3 minutes he called. That's awesome.
It's like magic.
No, what was magic was the Gav Cross and Petchrachelli conference call we just had.
What?
Holy Christ!
What does facetious mean in Australia?
I'm pretty sure it's something in the garden, like a plant.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, so that's easy. I get away with it. Could say it all the time in,
Yeah.
in Australia.
I think Mum had a row of facetiouses in the back garden. To put it in context.
I didn't know.
I heard the call. I heard all that.
Oh, did you?
jazz.
What did you feel about? How did you feel about that?
Well, I guess I like an argument to a windscreen smeared bird shit. To be honest, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to see through for a bit, but at the end of the day, you can just wash it off and it'll all return to normal.
That's an interesting way of looking at it. The way they are laid back in Australia. You
I'd
can't.
probably come across sounding very clever saying that, but I've just got a smeared bird shit on my windscreen as we speak.
Just happen to coincide with the limerick that you were coming up with. I'm the whole thing is kind of funny to me, and I just appreciate that anybody's listening at all. And I think it's cool that he's got his podcast. It's like you guys are doing. Look, even your shipwreck podcast, completely different than something that we did something similar, but that's completely different than what we do. It's like a serial, a radio serial, which we did briefly.
Well,
it keeps me off the streets. That's all that does.
Yeah, you still have to go out there to sell fish, don't you?
We've got Gavs involved in that, you know.
The fish selling?
No, not in the fish. Well, I suppose you could branch it out to England, but it's going to be things are going to be a little off by the time they get there.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that Gav was involved in that. It's Gav, you, Petchrachelli, and there's one other fellow, right?
There's Jimmy Poodle, John Wilson, Kevin Thomas.
A lot of dudes.
We've got at one stage I think we've got 7 voices on there. So I write a script once a week and send it across the world, and then they send their audio back, and then I spend about 8 hours, depending on how long it is, chopping it all up.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
This week we've got Bohemian Tragedy, where we attempt Bohemian Rhapsody, obviously by Queen, at the end of the shipwreck show. So that's going to be very, very interesting.
Yeah, no kidding, especially since you're getting it all separate and then putting it together. That's going to be awesome. Crystal, you had a comment?
I do. Brad, how come you don't have any girls participate in Shipwrecked?
Ooh.
Well, I don't ask anyone to be involved. I just, if someone puts their hand up and says, "Can I be involved?" Because, it's just
I want to be
shits and
involved.
giggles for me.
Send me a script.
What?
All right. Yep. That's no worries at all.
That was easier than I
The
thought.
only requirements is clear vocals, and that's it. And you've got that with the mics, so perfect.
Yeah, Crystal could do her sexy
And
voice.
I'll tell you what, and I don't mean to ruffle feathers, but Petra's been asking for a bird on the island from day one. The last one I gave him was Jimmy Poodle. He still had a beard.
All right. You can check out. Where can people check out Shipwrecked if they want to listen to it?
It's on iTunes or Spreaker. It's called 30 Minutes in the Back Room, and it's fairly shit.
I like it. It's all look. It's not like we're popping out CBS radio here. I'm honest about what we're doing. It's fun. That's whatever.
Well, it just started. It started out. Petra got on and he said, do one of these little shows, and I was going to do one, and then one turned into 2, and 2 turned into 3, and then I had a few guys, guys I knew. I just said, let's get involved, and recording a bit of this crap, and then it's evolved into what it is now. So it could last for another 3 weeks. It could last for a year. Who knows? I get very bored of things very quickly and just switch.
That's all comics are like that, though. We have the Targentary. I have a copy of it. We should play it at break. Our own little Spanish radio serial that we did when we were doing AM radio. Same sort of thing. Voices, really crappy script.
Trying to one-up you there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good fun, though. It is all good. It's really good fun, and I find it, working with other guys and getting feedback off other guys and all that. It's inspiring, and it just gives you that urge to be creative and write and if you're doing that and that's your thing, then it's a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. No, you should always work within a circle of people that kind of motivate you to do better.
Yeah.
I think if next time you talk to Petchrachelli, tell him no hard feelings. We're all good. He should give us a call back.
Yeah, don't let him stop.
I'd say he's got skin like a leatherback turtle.
The guy is. I never know where I stand with Petchrachelli, and I always find myself trying to please him, and I don't know why I'm doing that. I don't know what it is.
Because he's one of those characters that just gets you.
I guess.
And if he wasn't there, he wants to leave the island, and I said it's just not an option at the moment. If you pull Petchrachelli off the island, you might as well sink the island.
Pull that cork in the center by the tree and let that sucker go down.
Yeah, there's the world's our own island, and we need him on there talking.
All right, perfect.
And genuinely, he's one of the nicest blokes I've ever come across.
I know he is. I know this to be a fact. Except when you get him riled up, and then he just it turns into a little. He's like a little wild animal
ferret.
in the corner. Yeah, he is a ferret. You're right. Not
ferret.
Yeah. All right.
It's only to be soothed by Neil Diamond. Forever in Blue Jeans, Neil Diamond. Play that. He's yours.
That's scary.
My brother had a ferret. I won't keep you long, but my brother had a ferret, and he was calmed by Dad playing Neil Diamond in the sunroom. The ferret cage was just out the front. You couldn't pick him up. He'd bite your finger 6 months on. Forever in Blue Jeans. Nearly every Sunday, pick him up, pat him, whatever.
Your dad just has to play the same song over and over again while people come in to pet the ferret once a month.
Yeah, it just ended up lobotomizing itself with the cage wires. And all right.
It was poverty. I only had the single. That was all.
That's funny, dude. I'm going to try that
We
on Jordan.
dreamed for Hot August night, but it never came. All right, folks, I've got to go.
All right.
And selfish.
No. Well, always a pleasure talking to you, Brad. Check out Brad, 30 Minutes in the Back Room, and with Petchrachelli and Gav and all those guys. Good stuff. All right, thanks, brother.
Bye, Brad.
Cheers, see you guys. Bye-bye, bye-bye.
All right, there you go.
Brad Maclean, ladies and gentlemen, our Australian comedy correspondent.
Still, I don't think we can. I don't think there's anything we can say to piss off Brad. He'd be like, whatever.
Yeah.
I was getting into the Cosby thing. I want to talk about that because it's interesting. We were talking about it before the break. Before the phone call. We were talking about the comic that brought it up on stage. I did not know about this. This happened a couple years ago, and it was kind of swept under the media rug.
Yeah, because I didn't even hear about it.
If you don't know Bill Cosby, if you're from another country, Bill Cosby is very famous over here in the States. The Cosby Show, which basically changed sitcoms for black actors. I mean, he really made it like it wasn't a stereotypical black family. He was a doctor. He kind of tried to steer away from those stereotypes, the ghetto stereotypes that we see on black television, right?
And he was on Ghost Dad.
It was on Ghost Dad.
Puddin' Pops.
Yeah, he was a spokesperson for Jell-O for a long time, and of
Hickey
course,
and Boggs.
Yeah,
I Spy.
Fat Albert and the Fat Albert.
Yeah,
Who did the Cosby Show. The Fat Albert's right.
We don't talk about Leonard Part 6.
Here's the thing, though. Bill Cosby, as a stand-up, is also famous for not cursing in his show. He doesn't curse, and when he does curse, he says the filth and flar, and he literally says those words as curse words. He looks down upon comics that curse and that are dirty on stage.
Yeah.
Here's
And
what I
he can
didn't know about Bill Cosby is that he's a rapist. I did not know this.
Alleged
Rapist, yes.
Jeez,
11 or 12,
watch yourself.
whatever, dude.
He's got the money to sue us, dude.
I don't. Well, he can't. What is he gonna do? I'm sure he's tied up with Buress or whatever the hell
He's
his name is.
definitely very aggressive with women. That's
the
confirmed.
rumor. That's the rumor in the stand-up world is that he's aggressive with women. Now we find out that women have actually filed police reports saying that he drugged them and took them back to the hotel, or had a relationship with a couple of them after being drugged, and just weird crap where he's
So
trying
weird.
to. I
You
know.
think he would be able to get laid easily since he has a show?
One girl said he mentored her and he took her on the road and he basically like emotionally abused her by saying, I'm the one that's going to get you. You need to listen to what that whole father with the, draping the cape over her and just weird crap where he took advantage of his stature as a well-known comic. And a lot of these comics that mentored with him didn't know any better, number one. And number two, he's pretty powerful in the comedy business. If he says this person sucks, you're probably not going to get work in L.A. or wherever he's based.
Yeah, he's well respected because he could do 5 hours or straight or something of talking, can't he?
Yeah,
he's great.
An amazing stand-up comedian. But again, the guy did this bit about it and basically saying, he's got all these great accolades and he's so perfect. But at the end of the day, you're a rapist. That's what he's calling him. And it was a huge deal to bring that out on stage and just say that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the culmination of all that is. I just know that it's information that I did not know about Bill Cosby. And to prove it, he said at the end of his set, he said, if you don't believe me, just Google Bill Cosby rape. So if you don't believe us, Google Bill Cosby rape and see the stories that come up. They're pretty amazing and kind of disappointing, man.
It doesn't hurt my, look. I feel like whenever Arnold Schwarzenegger or anyone does
Nasty.
something that's yeah, I don't care. As long as they're entertaining me, if they can get in trouble from the cops like they should and do stuff like that, but I stay out of their personal business.
But what if because they're on the level that they can entertain you nationally like that, they get away with stuff like that because they're that big?
Yeah. What if you're enabling them?
Yep, untouchable.
Well, usually the cops will arrest them.
When do you
they get in
boycott an
jail.
artist? How far does he have to go before you're like, you know what? I'm not propping you up or supporting you anymore in your art. If you're out there drugging women to have sex with them. Allegedly.
I mean, really, I haven't watched anything with Bill Cosby in it for years.
No, but I mean, just as an artist, pick an iconic artist that you have.
What would be the
Michael
limit
Jackson, for example, I still listen to his music, even though allegedly about the little boy.
for you? So molesting kids isn't enough to stop you liking somebody.
I don't know. As long as they're producing good material, I mean, they would go to jail if they're doing something terrible. Like if they're cutting people's heads off and eating them, they would go to jail.
We're saying, though. He's getting away with stuff that maybe other people wouldn't just because of people like you.
They're not going to go after him. It's Bill Cosby. You can't go after Bill Cosby.
Well, if he does something big, he will.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got another caller on the phone. Go ahead and state your name and purpose.
It's pretty big.
My name is Renee Kelly.
Ah!
I would like to know.
Yes.
I would like to know if you, as comedic artists, feel a responsibility to separate then that person from their art.
What? No, I don't feel responsible to have to do that.
You're,
not my
you're
job.
speaking in terms of the Bill Cosby situation?
Yeah, I'm asking. I've been listening, so I have comments. But...
Yeah, I have comments. I don't know. It's hard. I'm not saying I'm forced to, but I'm saying that it kind of taints my image of this person. Now I can't look at him the same way, thinking, God, that guy just, he drugged a woman at one point and tried to get, I don't look at the person the same. Let me put it that way.
He shot a guy. Oh, that was in a movie.
Even with like,
and Tiffany,
even in the
Tiffany,
case, yes, go ahead.
I heard you saying that your position was that, as long as they're entertaining you.
Well,
right?
yeah,
you
I
can
just
still...
keep it separate. I let the police do their job, and then I just, if I find their stuff entertaining, I'll still watch it.
Yeah.
Like, I listen to Michael Jackson CDs all the time.
Yeah, I do too, but I also don't think.
Which is a perfect example.
Like,
but
I would never leave my kid
Well,
with
let me ask you this:
but
Do you not listen to Michael Jackson after what happened? Did you boycott him?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
No, absolutely not. Like, the day that he died, I was sitting in a park and, kids were playing basketball and listening to Michael Jackson, and I cried a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I understand that Michael Jackson as a person grew up in a situation that was, that's what affected him
Sure.
as a person. So there is this element of, like, can you still appreciate somebody's art after they've done these terrible things?
I can. It just number one, it depends on the terrible things. Like Robert Downey Jr. waking up, like under the influence of whatever he was on in a stranger's house was like, damn, dude, really? That's not that big of a deal. But it still made you look at him a little differently. Like, dude,
well, no, even like Osama bin Laden's needle points. They're still nice to look at. I think we all enjoyed those, even with the kind of person he is.
Yeah, Bush's dog paintings, his heads of state paintings. Jesus. Yeah, I think naturally you just look at the person differently. I don't know that I feel.
Well, like, I would not go wear a bikini in front of Bill Cosby or something. Like, I wouldn't want to hang out with him backstage, but, I mean, so I learned my lesson in that way.
Would you work with him?
If I worked with him, I would be on guard. Like, I wouldn't go, like, on a bus with him all by myself or whatever. Like, you know
You
what
would
I mean?
allow Bill Cosby to mentor you after the stories of him?
Not privately. I'm like, I would use the knowledge not to get put in a situation. Like, I would be aware of what he could do.
It's easy to say that.
Are there not people, though, now who are more valuable than Bill Cosby? I mean, eventually Bill Cosby becomes Benny Hill, right?
Fatty Arbuckle.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I still had no idea Benny Hill was that hated, man. It's so funny. I didn't know. I'm American.
Dad used to watch Benny Hill. Of course, it's
Well, when he
horrible.
was watching Benny Hill, did he used to say, "Hey, that guy's a pedophile"? I never heard that. Were the girls
he looks
underage
like
on
one,
the show?
but look at him. He
Well, I
looks
mean,
like
he
one.
looks like one.
He looks like a pedophile.
Oh, come on.
I think they're all forgetting Benny Hill in the Italian Job where he wasn't terrible.
Yeah, I don't.
I should give him a bit of a pass.
Right? Yeah, I don't know, Sarah. What else? Any other comments over the show? Did you listen to the Petchrachelli thing? You were kind of in the middle of that last
I
week.
listened to the whole thing, and it's interesting because you're still talking about the same thing. Like, how do you separate what's funny and what's a game from the person that you're talking to who lives maybe, 120 miles from you or over an ocean? How separate are you guys from your real personas? Like, who are you people? I don't even know you anymore.
True.
Sarah, they are so close on the air to their actual real personalities. It's scary.
We exaggerate our personalities.
Barely.
Look, I would say that I'm more apt to say things that I wouldn't say when I have this microphone in front of me and as well on stage. I really am more aggressive when I have the microphone. But listen, you're Crystal, you're going off of us as a unit when the mics aren't here. We all know each other. We have a close relationship. If I was at a party, I wouldn't be so opinionated and jump in somebody's face about something. I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't, dude. If I didn't know the person, come on.
I can attest to that. You've never, jumped on any of my friends, gotten in their faces whatsoever.
It's true. No, it's true.
I've never gotten in a fight with anybody. It never happened.
Yeah. Did you ever see me blow up on anybody or freak out on anybody that I didn't really know or have like a relation? Like,
I remember that guy tried to fight you in the hallway at Coconuts.
Okay, he tried to fight me because he was beating up his girlfriend and I asked him to stop and he was not happy.
Yeah, you got all opinionated about it.
Yeah, he was choking her in front of me. I got a little opinionated. That dude was crazy. It's my girl, man. I'm like, well, I work here. Get the hell out of here. I'll go out in the parking lot. I'll go out in the parking lot and choke her. I'm like, okay, then I will call the police. Yeah, like you didn't do anything, you wuss. Why wouldn't you
What are you
help that
talking
girl?
about? We all backed you up as soon as we saw what was going on.
You backed me up when he threatened to beat me up.
I didn't see the other stuff going on.
All right.
Yeah, jeez, dude, I wasn't paying attention. I got my own life.
Yeah. No, we're not so different
Chris,
than.
you are pretty willing to get involved in other people's business because of the type of comedian that you are, right? You're conversational.
Yeah, I wouldn't
You
call
like
it.
talking to
Yeah,
people.
but I don't know that I like the way you said that. Getting involved in other people's business. I don't get involved in somebody's business unless there's an open discussion. I don't.
He's Southern. He gets all up into business.
No. Am I
Do you
Southern?
feel,
Or
I would be surprised to hear you say, honestly, that getting into other people's business has a negative connotation.
It does. If they don't want you in their business, it's very negative. Get the F out of my business.
Yeah.
And on
I
stage.
feel like it's like what am I trying to say? Like a positive trait, right? Like being able to do that. Like, doesn't that fuel your comedy?
No, well, no. Comedy in my life is different. I don't get into people's business when I'm at work or I'm out in the grocery store. But when I'm on stage, it's my business. It's not their business. I think audience members forget that when I'm on the stage, yes, you came to see me at the show, but the show is about my business. It's my business, so I'm allowing you in.
The main takeaway, to go into somebody's business, you got to wear shirts and shoes.
Yeah. At all times. It's true. Either that or no business.
That makes sense.
Yeah, what are you trying to? Are you trying to chide me into saying that I like being aggressive with people? I don't understand where this
Do
is.
you feel like I'm attacking you because I'm getting into your business?
I feel like I'm talking to Petchrachelli right now. That's what I feel like.
Can you say Jesus wept for us?
Yeah, say Jesus wept, and that'll tie it all in a nice little bow.
I'm just asking questions. I'm really curious.
From where? Where are the questions coming
You
from?
know.
What is in your brain that said, I need to
Because
ask him this?
there's themes within your show, and I'm looking at the themes within your show, and I'm asking you questions about them.
Yeah, dude.
That's all.
What are you, an
You have stuff to
auditor?
say about
Are we being
comedy,
audited right now?
you
Is that
know?
what's happening?
That's a
Yeah.
Scientology reference for those out there. It's not a tax reference.
Well, just, I don't know. It's interesting to me, like, you talk about the word facetious, even, because I would actually agree with the English.
Yeah.
It's a little more negative to me.
Yeah, it's generally got a negative
how
connotation.
one person interprets that,
Again, it depends on the
And-
context, I think, for me, at least.
I find a lot
depends
of
on how you're using it.
I find like a lot of people don't even know what that word means.
If you're being but if you're being tongue in cheek with somebody, which can be cutesy, it can also still be facetious. But if you're being outright sarcastic to somebody, then yeah, that could be a negative form of facetiousness. But I think again, it depends on the context that you're using it. It depends on the conversation you're having.
Absolutely, and it depends on common usage too, because a lot of people do use it the way that you guys are talking about.
Yeah,
we know what we're talking about. I looked the damn word up. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. You looked it up?
Yes.
Can you use it in a sentence?
All right, I'm almost ready. to
He
end this
did
phone
that
call.
once. Look where it got us.
No kidding. I'm right here. Now I'm being attacked by an American.
It was a
It's like-
terrible
I'm
mistake.
not even okay. All right. I'm not even attacking you. I guess I am trying to get at something. Like
Yeah.
it's just perception, maybe. But
So
like,
here's
I've
what I'm
seen you
gleaning.
get into people's business in a positive way.
Here's
And
the thing
I
that I'm
just-
gleaning from this,
yeah, go
Sarah.
ahead.
I'm gleaning that you are feel that on the side of our European friends, and that maybe we shouldn't that word was used wrong or not used correctly in that context. That's
No, I think it's not a Boolean answer. I think you can't say it's true or false. I don't think anybody was wrong. I think you guys had a beautiful conversation as a result, during which I laughed quite a bit.
It was only
So,
beautiful because
that
Gav
was-
made it beautiful.
He does have a lovely
Oh,
voice.
Petra made it
It
beautiful.
did. It's like when he speaks, it's like soft serve
calming.
ice cream. It's beautiful.
No.
It's really
Yeah.
cool.
Very pleasant.
Yeah, it takes a different
So-
tone.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It is a different tone.
so facetious is another F word we should not use on the show.
I don't know. I feel like
I'm gonna use it all the
you get
time.
away with
I
it.
feel like I'm often facetious.
I think I'm gonna come up with a new breakfast cereal called Facetious Nuts. That's my new breakfast cereal. And I'm gonna market it, and I'm gonna put there's gonna be a big sneer on the front of it, just a guy sneering.
And what's it made out of?
I don't know.
Does it have marshmallows? I'm just asking seriously here.
I would totally buy that
It should
cereal.
have marshmallows. Facetious Nuts.
I would buy facetious nuts with marshmallows. Are they Lucky Charm type marshmallows?
I'll go the extra mile. When you open up the lid of the box,
I want
it'll
some
go.
walnut.
Yeah, no. When you open up the lid, it'll go. Yeah. When you open up.
Oh, it's sold. Totally sold.
What kind of toy comes inside?
The toy is
Nutcracker.
important.
Yes.
Perfect.
a straight razor for you two morons.
Hey.
Hey.
Good God.
Hey.
They want to do a stunt where
Wow,
they want to do it. No, I have to explain that. They want to do a stunt. This is what they said to me earlier. Hey, does anybody here have a straight razor? I'm like, mean like Jack the Ripper straight razor? Tiffany's like, Tiffany says, you mean like in Sweeney Todd? Yes, like in Sweeney Todd. And I said, why? What do you need a straight razor? Well, we want to do a stunt where Crystal shaves me with the straight razor. I'm like, oh my God.
We didn't get the whole thing though.
You're gonna slit his throat. What are you shaving? What, peanut butter? What is it? Mayonnaise?
No, I'm gonna take
good
a
idea.
dose of the Satan's blood, and then I'm not allowed any relief until she's finished shaving me.
Oh, so you're gonna be choking and have a burn while she puts a straight razor to your throat?
Yes.
This is gonna be
And here's what I
awesome.
said to Jordan. I said, Jordan, why would you let her do that? She has medical training. She shaves people for surgery. I'm like, yeah, with a regular goddamn razor, not with a friggin' Jack the Ripper razor.
I will have you know that in nursing school we had to shave balloons, and if you popped it, you failed. And I never
Did
popped
you
one
shave
balloon.
it with a straight razor? No.
I'm
But
getting.
I could.
Yeah, but what if you go to jail for killing Jordan?
I'm not gonna kill Jordan.
Okay,
You're the one who said
Tiffany,
murder.
yeah, Tiffany. As soon as we said this to Tiffany, she goes, "Well, I don't think I could do it because I don't think I could resist cutting your throat." Like what? She's like, it's like flipping the light switch when it says don't flip the light switch. I just slit
Or
your
like
throat because I'm not
pulling-
supposed to.
Or like pulling the fire alarm. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you're not supposed to do it. Like, it would be so tempting to be like.
Yeah, you know when you pull the fire alarm and
I'm on
blood.
the side of Tiffany.
Yeah, you know when you.
Honestly,
Yeah, you know when you
tempting.
when you pull.
I
the-
wrote you porn. You can't slit my throat.
It's just like pulling the fire alarm. You know, like when you pull
It's
the
not
alarm.
you. It's not you personally. It's not a personal thing. It's just business. If I get that close to somebody's throat
Yeah.
with a straight razor, it's just so easy.
Oh,
It's true.
what is wrong with you people?
I don't
It's
know.
so
No
tempting.
kidding.
Awful. All right, Sarah. Well, listen. Thanks for listening. I'm so glad that you're calling. It's a pleasure to hear your voice, and don't attack me next time.
You as well, fine people. Have a wonderful evening.
All right, we love you. There you
Bye,
go, Sarah Renee.
Ladies and gentlemen, our Minneapolis comedy correspondent, Sara Renee Kelly something.
I tried to
Oh,
get that.
God.
I tried to get that joke out 4 damn times, and you all just talked right over me.
What
Jesus,
joke?
take a breath.
You said
Say
a joke?
sentence and then take a breath.
You said a joke?
No, I didn't. That's my whole point. I didn't say a joke. I tried. I tried multiple times, but you would not allow it to happen.
What was it gonna be?
Well, no, it's
No, we
Well,
need to
I
know
didn't
now.
talk over you.
Yes,
I
you
want to hear it.
no.
I took a
Please.
breath, I have to
All right,
calm
we're
down.
gonna go and take a quick break. Do you want to play a song or do you want to play guitar?
Where is it?
It's on iTunes. If you just open up iTunes,
Oh, I gotta like.
yeah, just minimize those windows.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a little bit of break. We'll play our old serial iTunes, the big music sign right there. iTunes, the one that says
Okay,
iTunes.
I don't
It's
use
your
iTunes
computer,
on my
do you?
computer, so I don't recognize your
Yeah.
damn icon.
The icon's been the same for
Stupid
like
icon.
15 years, dude. Go click songs on the toolbar there.
Song.
Yep. Now click the name bar. So it's
Nah.
and now hit anything and just go down to D. It's easier if you just click on something and go down. Or you can do it that way too. You're listening to Double Special. The phone number is 727-475-6139. We're going to take a little bit of a break. We'll play this quick little soap opera. How long is it? It should be
3 minutes and 33 seconds.
That works for me. I like
And this
it.
is episode 2 of a pseudo-Spanish soap opera I wrote for Old Comedy Zone live show.
It's awesome. Bring up the volume a little bit before you play it. We're going to take a quick break, play this, and we'll be back in a minute with the second half of the Double Special show right here in Tampa, Florida.
I apologize in advance.
Last week on the Terragentaria, open micer Massimo Hieronymus, in attempt to break out of the drudgery of the open mic circuit, planned a new showstopper, putting a live badger down his pants. Come on, Jerry. There'll be plenty of room down here. Don't worry about it. Meanwhile, club manager Hector Truckstop traveled backwards in time to 1972 to buy cheap gas. Oh yeah, built a time machine. I'm going back. It feels good. It feels really good. It's all electric-y. Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, the club's air conditioner breaks, the cable gets cut off, the mailboxes get run over, the building gets condemned, its girlfriend breaks up with it, leaving the VIP section to fend for itself.
I again paid $5 for this.
And now, episode 2 of the Terragentaria. We open as a Massimo Hieronymus. his amazing act. All right, today what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a live badger. I'm going to pull it from my pants. It's going to be a live badger. It's going to be awesome. I'm pulling it out right now. Here it comes. It's not moving. It's not moving. Jerry! No! Meanwhile, in 1972. Oh, yeah? How much is this? Like 72 cents a gallon? 50 cents a gallon? 25 cents, sir. Oh, look, I'm buying it up. All of it's for me. Look, I'm drinking it, bitches. Yeah! Woo! Meanwhile, in the VIP section.
I want to kill him.
Meanwhile, back on stage, Massimo Hieronymus tries to salvage his act.
You've killed my baby.
Oh my God, Mrs. Badger!
How dare you? That was my only son.
It was an accident. I didn't mean to.
Obviously, this was a crime against my baby. I'm gonna take you to court, and then I'm gonna take you to hell, and then I'm gonna take you to the bakery store, and I'm gonna get a cake.
Stop it! Just stop badgering me!
Oh, no, you didn't. Badger, please, I know you didn't just say that to me. No, you didn't. Did you? Say it again.
I'm sorry. Will Massimo Hieronymus dodge issues of racism or speciesism or whatever the hell kind of ism it is? Will Hector's truck stop make it back safely to the present with his ill-gotten gas? Find out next week on episode 3 of the Tergentaria. A differently spelled zone production.
All right, we're back. That was the Targentaria. Welcome back to the second half of Double Special. I love the way you end it. Why don't we do more stuff like that?
We don't.
We were talking about that, actually, doing some stuff. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to do a rap song. As cliche as that is, I think it would be fun just to throw a beat down and see if we could rap. I'm dying to hear Tiffany rap. I'm even more dying to hear Crystal rap. I think that'll be the bomb. And I don't mean that in a good way. I think you'll bomb.
But I have a sexy voice, so my rap will be awesome.
But you're a little tone deaf. I have to say.
Oh, I am tone deaf, and I have a horrible singing voice, too.
Yeah, and she loves karaoke. That's too common.
I love karaoke.
Those are two great tastes that do not go great together.
Maybe come up with
It's
something.
so bad.
What's that?
I have started writing again. So.
Okay, well, no, I want to do a little rap song. We got a little beat thing on the iPad. We're going to hook it up. We'll do it this weekend, and we'll have it for the show next week. It should be interesting because I was inspired by Miguel Hito and his grandfather,
from
Clarence.
Cranial Emissions.
Yeah, from Cranial Emissions, Clarence's rap song to Tiffany's mom, who I'm still trying to get on this damn show. I want her to call in. Tiffany, you have to make this happen. I want to talk to your mom.
I tried.
I want to talk to your mom.
You might be able to because her mom may have adopted me, which means that you would be her new son-in-law.
What?
Yeah, because my mom, because you know how Crystal wrote the nice thing on Facebook? My mom texted me a message to tell Crystal.
What nice thing?
Yeah, what?
About the caramel apple.
The what apple?
The caramel apples that my mom made.
Yeah.
And then my mom said, "Thank you, Crystal. You're so sweet and funny. Love, Mom."
Like that?
Yeah, she said, "Love, Mom." Lol.
Oh, my God.
That was basically it, right?
Yep. Next week on the show, Michael Murillo will be here. He's part of the Cigar City Comics, old friend of ours. I've done shows with him. He writes for a local paper, Creative Loafing, does the comedy section there. He's given me some great write-ups. And he's going to be in here. We've been trying to get him in the studio for a long time. It should be fun. I will be interesting to see how he meshes with us. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Show. But he's a very funny guy, so you should check it out. Tiffany, you were going to say something? No. Oh, you had that look on you, like you were just about to say something.
Yeah.
And see how I stopped and nothing. We were going to have Almighty One on the show, and we'll have him on the week after. And the reason we're having Almighty One is Almighty One rebroadcast our show on Gear Radio. That's Saturday mornings at 8:30. That's Gear with 2 R's.
Tries to, except when he cuts out the last 20 minutes.
I don't know what issues he's having, but locally in the comedy community, when he came out gangbusters. He came out with some sort of stereotypical comedy, and he was just bludgeoned to death for it here in the local community. People hate him, and I don't mean and JT, Almighty One, I don't mean to. I'm not begrudging you. I'm just saying when you came out, you really turned a lot of people off. And by association, because I defended him, saying, "Hey, look, he's an artist. He's trying. You got to give it to him." I think I may have alienated myself from a few people. Which, whatever.
Yeah, he was being the almighty Whitey is what he was called originally.
Yeah.
So you can kind of guess where people took that.
But yeah, people took it, but not where he meant it. And I
Right,
don't know if he
exactly.
just changed it because he went, "Oh crap, I didn't really mean that." But
I don't think he has that much
right.
self-knowledge.
Right. He claims that when he came on stage, he had a white fedora with a bathrobe. He looked like a really bad wrestler. That's the first impression I got from him. But he said he was like an urban ghetto Jesus. I don't know what the hell. Some persona. If you have the persona before you have the jokes, you got it backwards. I'll just say that. Don't do the persona before the jokes. Do the jokes and let the jokes make your persona. That's the way I say it.
And then get a good persona, not that crappy one, almighty Whitey.
What if the persona is the joke?
It's got to be a really good joke. You know what I mean? It can't be some half-ass thing. It's got to be really, like Stephen Wright's persona was the joke, but he also had really good writing to back up that persona. So it was I don't think.
Yeah.
So you're saying Almighty does not have that?
I think that his jokes were a little dated, and I think that they were a little weak.
Yeah, he doesn't have either half of that equation.
They're sexist.
And I know that Jordan butted heads with them just because Almighty's not Jordan's cup of tea, just not his sort of.
He's
fellow.
my Travis.
And so I think it's gonna be interesting to have him here in the studio. He's begging us to come in. I've been in his studio, and when we had the old studio, he popped in did he pop in once or twice?
Oh, I don't remember.
I think he did, but anyway.
I just remember watching Gwiggy abuse him. It was hilarious.
Everybody abused him. It was awful. To the point where I defended him. I was like, look, he's doing a show.
And look where that got us.
See, what happened is how you said you alienated people. It's almost like high school. You know how you would be you were popular, then all of a sudden you became best friends with the nerdy weird kid, and then everyone's like, oh my god, he's friends with the nerdy weird kid. We can't hang out with him.
What 80s movie are you referring to exactly, Chris?
Every single one of them.
Some kind of wonderful.
Yeah.
Every single one
Pretty
of
in
them.
Pink. And here's the thing. I'm not gonna hang out with him. We don't hang out, but I support him because he's always supported our show.
Right.
He's a fan of our show.
He's a good-hearted person.
He really is.
If I were a guy, I would not be I would like him and not have a problem. I would be just like you. But because I'm a girl and he's a little bit his whole persona is about wanting to touch women, it kind of a little bit puts me I don't want to be in a car alone with him.
He says he's trying to get away from that, and when we have him on the show in a couple weeks, we'll talk about that. And I think it's going to be a really good interview, and I think it'll actually be more positive than you guys think. I think I'll be able to pull out of him. I'm going to go Gav on him and see what happens.
I'm excited about what you were talking about that you're going to do. I think it'll be good.
I just got some serious questions for him. I want to see how he reacts, and he'll either be cool or he'll be a douche about it. Whatever. It'll be interesting.
It'll be depends on how far I can push him.
Yeah. In the meantime, he may not even be in our state. I don't know where he lives here in the state, but apparently in Miami, they got a thing going through the House of Representatives. They want to split Florida in two, so he may not even be in our state. He may be another statehood thing happening where they're going to split Florida in two. We're going to be in the southern half, and then it'll be Florida and South Florida. So we're going to be part of South Florida.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't know.
I don't like it because
it's trending.
I like 50 states, and that's what I learned at school. And
my
I'm
God.
still, like I said yesterday, I'm still upset about the 9-planet thing. I'm still upset.
Yeah, but it's not like you're going to have to change your life to add one more state to the list. It's just one more state. It'll be South Florida, like South Dakota. Boom. South Carolina. Bam.
I am so upset that Pluto is not a planet anymore.
Why?
And I just feel like this is going to be
What
on the
stock
same
did you
level.
have in Pluto?
I just like things to not be changed like that. Everything should just
Life
be.
changes, Tiffany.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
but
change.
not
You've changed
stuff like that.
You've changed immeasurably since we've met. Has that not been a good thing for you?
You grew like 2 inches, and we couldn't even measure it because we broke the ruler.
We didn't put the mark right on the wall. We're
But
like, we lost
there's
track.
so many songs with the word 50 states in them, and then they'll have to change all
What-
of those.
how
yeah,
many
What are they going
please.
to do?
What songs?
The 50 Nifty United States.
That's one song,
I've never even heard that song.
right? How does it
Right.
go?
Oh,
The
it's
50
so good.
How does it go?
50 nifty United States from 13 original colonies. Shout them, scout them, tell all about them one by one till you give it a day to every state in the USA. There's Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California. And then it goes on all over.
Go!
What?
Yeah.
Ah, what a chip. You don't know? You can't do them all, can you?
Yeah, I can.
Do it right now. There's...
Alabama, Arkansas.
Sing it.
Wait. Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado.
Sherry Walker.
Connecticut. I don't know. Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, Wyoming, North, South, East, West, and our common objective opinion, Florida is the best of the 50 nifty
What?
How did Florida end up being the best?
Yeah.
Well, because we live in Florida, and that's what our chorus teacher taught us in 5th grade.
Holy crap.
So you wouldn't even have to change that much. You just have to add in North Florida, South Florida, and then say South
No,
Florida's the best,
Just
right?
Florida and South Florida.
Is that what it's going to be?
Yeah, it's going to be
All right.
Florida and South Florida.
Oh, yeah, okay.
No, I
Florida
don't
and
like
South
it.
Florida.
I do.
And there's other songs, I'm sure, that have 50 states.
But we get
in
to
it.
be in South Florida. We'll be the southernmost Florida. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
South's
the
always
best.
worse than the North.
No, not in Florida.
Yeah, we get Miami. We get Palm Beach.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
driven
but-
this
We get
state,
all the
and
nice
trust
places.
me, North Florida is a scary damn place, dude.
South's always, if there's a war between
No.
North Florida and South Florida, South always loses in
For what?
wars.
What would the war
No.
be
In
over?
In every
That's
war,
not true.
South loses.
We're not going to lose against
That's-
North Florida. Trust me.
I don't
What
know
if we want to conquer North Florida?
We
Or what
can't.
if North
Why?
Florida wants to conquer us?
They can't.
Because that's just the way history's
Conquer
taught us.
how? You mean like
Yeah.
Vikings? What are they going to roll across the Mason-Dixon line into? What are you talking
History will repeat itself.
What
We're
are
all
you talking
doomed.
about?
What history? Florida's never been at war with itself.
I know.
But it will be, just because we're separating into North and South.
about? There has to be a reason, though. What was the reason for the Civil War?
The reason for the Civil War was slavery.
And look, we don't even have to be in the same county as Newport Richie. How awesome was that? We're in a different state now.
Different state.
Think about that.
Yep. That'd be awesome to separate from Newport Richie and Pasco County. Yay.
Yeah.
Get away.
When Paul Smith has to go to a strip club, he has to cross state lines now. It's pretty funny.
Ha, ha, ha. Tiffany would be on the
But
border.
this is what I worry about as well, is what about our electoral votes are going to get smaller?
They won't get smaller. They're a construct. They're not a physical thing.
Yeah.
But
And
we'll
it's
get
based
less.
on based on
Oh.
population, and as we stated, there's more population in the southern part of the state, I think, than the northern part of the state. we
Well,
got
yeah.
Miami, which is a huge.
Just means we can
vote.
overrule those idiots up in Crystal
So
River
That's
now.
what I'm
we'll
saying,
have
dude.
more than the North, but we won't have more than some other states.
South Florida Dem.
Yeah, no, we'd still probably be
Florida.
one of the highest electoral states.
I agree.
Definitely.
Yeah,
we would.
I mean, other than like
Do you
California,
think we'll
Texas.
just lose like 5 points?
I don't know.
Votes?
Look, all the good people from Florida are going to come to South Florida. Once we split, all the people that want to be out of Redneckville are going to come our way to our side.
Redneck. Like they
Do
couldn't
you even
that now.
vote?
I know. What do you care?
I didn't.
So why do you care how many electoral votes we have?
I voted a few times.
A few times, even in your lifetime, or in the past year or so. Did you vote in the primaries, or
For the president.
I voted for the president
only? She didn't
Yeah.
mark off any other boxes.
because
Yeah.
Roseanne Barr was on the ballot.
Oh no, you voted against Obama, didn't you? You went.
Oh yeah,
Republican.
I went Romney, right?
Oh, yeah.
We're kicking you to North Florida.
Yeah, no kidding.
And
dude.
then
Jesus.
no, I think South Florida would be like Republican because we're
No,
all
we're
old, all the
Democrat.
old people.
No, we're Democrat.
No.
Miami.
Yeah, but that's where old people live, and they're usually Republicans.
That's where Hispanics live, and they're usually Democrats.
Yeah.
Because Republicans are jerks.
Right.
The Golden Girls lived in.
Oh my God.
And they were
Everything's
Democrats.
based on
I'm sure.
television.
Yeah, I
show,
know.
which
It's
is
like
sad 'cause none of us
she
really-
lives in the state, and yet all she knows about it is from the Golden Girls.
Yeah. Miami.
I
Vice.
saw Seinfeld. It was all old people in Florida. I know Florida. My grandma lives here.
Oh my God. If you want to check out some stand-up comedy this weekend, we got some good stuff going on. Tomorrow night, actually, I'll be at Side Splitters. That's in Tampa. I will be in round 2 of the Laughing Skull Comedy Festival competition. I'm going up against Dave Weingartner from the Cigar City Comics. Should be a good 5-minute set. I'm not promising you miracles. It's a 5-minute set. I'm just trying to get more work from this club and get into this festival. If you want to check out Tiffany is at Coconuts Clearwater Room Saturday night. Shows at what, 8:30? 9 o'clock? What is it? 8:30, 9 o'clock. Go on the
No,
website,
I
Tampa Bay
it's like
Comedy.
9:30,
I
Is
thought
it
it was like
9:30.
at 10:30 or something.
No, not
Yeah,
10:30.
it's like 9:30.
Nine-
Their shows.
Anyway, go on
Just show up.
Go on TampaBayComedy.com. They'll have the times that they're. It's her first feature set. She will be opening up for Jim Gray. Should be a good show. I think Tiffany's going to do really well. She's a little nervous. I'm going out. I'm going to check out the show. You're nervous because we're
We're
going to
record it.
Well, I have no.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
recording
I
it.
have not. I'm not prepared at all. I mean, like I have all my jokes. I just gotta decide what I'm going to do that night.
What time do you think you'll actually do that? Are you gonna like wait till the last minute?
Yeah. I work really well under pressure.
Yeah. And then Sunday, I think what we'll do is we're going to go down to the Replay Museum again. I want to go check out the new games. ReplayArcadeMuseum.org is the website. You can go play old school video games. I think we're going to have another little.
Has anyone checked if Cubert's back up? Because that's
no,
the key.
I haven't.
Why don't you call and find out?
Yeah, call. Call tomorrow and find out.
I have a different life.
He does not like calling things.
No, he doesn't want. He wants us to do everything for him. I want to talk about this too. You talked about this story about the drunk heckler that got punished.
Yeah.
In comedy, we get heckled from time to time.
Sometimes rightfully so.
Yeah, I don't know if it's ever rightfully
Sometimes by terrible people with an app. You never know.
I don't know that there's ever a good time to heckle somebody. I mean, look, it's hard enough to get up there and do your stand-up, and if you're in the audience, you really shouldn't yell stuff out. And listen, for me, if somebody heckles me, I'm all about it. I mean, I don't encourage it, but at the same time, I don't shy away from it, and I can handle it. Develop material. If it's a decent open mic and people aren't being jerks, the comics aren't being jerks. I think the comics forget how hard it is because the ones that have been doing it for a while, and when people up there trying to do it, they forget that it's difficult.
Yeah.
Well, no, there's just some people that you could tell they're never going to be talented at
You
it.
can't tell that.
Yes,
How can you tell that? Come on.
You can tell.
That's not up to you to decide.
Yeah.
Well, you can tell. And
Wow.
you're just like, look, instead of wasting
may
your
be true.
time, I thought we were
No.
being nice because we're like, look, you're not funny.
No.
You're being pushy.
Is that how you went up to him? Did you take him aside and privately and said, hey, your act's not working? Or did you play a cricket noise to him
On a
in the middle
phone.
of his set? Which one of those did you do, Tiffany? Because one of those is nice and one isn't. Guess which one is which.
But everybody laughed really hard when we did it.
Yeah, the other asshole comics that wanted to make fun
and
of it.
the audience, because I felt bad. People paid like $5 or $10 to go in there and watch this open mic, and I could tell they were so upset and depressed during certain people's sets. So we thought we would liven it up with
Angry
some comedy
and
from the
depressed.
back.
Maybe they were just disappointed that it wasn't that funny. But I think when you go to an open mic, you have a certain sensibility that it's not all going to be.
Yeah.
It's an open mic. Some of it's going to be crappy.
Hey, we had to have fun, okay?
Oh, see, that's what it was. You were bored.
Yeah.
You and your comedy friends were bored.
And
so you
just
took-
and just because you don't smoke cigarettes, you couldn't go outside.
Right?
No,
God,
we-
that's
we
what
went-
ruins everybody.
We all went outside and hung out, but listen,
But
all the people
listen.
that were in my group are still all comedians.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
All my people are good comedians. Matt Fernandez has been featured on freaking Ellen and a bunch of crap.
Well,
like
his
that.
tweets have been, but I mean, listen, you guys are still together because you chased everybody away. You don't know those guys may have developed into good if you had embraced them and said, you know what, I get where you're coming from, but maybe you should what I did with JT. I said I didn't say you suck, you're never gonna make it. I said,
JT's a bad example. Don't
no,
bring
but
him
I'm just
up.
saying though, he's got listen, 90% of it is being able to get up on that stage and talk. It
Yeah.
really is.
But why would I encourage someone to take
be
like
nice?
No, I mean like I'm just saying like
supportive
let's
as
say
an
they
artist.
all stayed in it. Everyone said this is survival of the fittest.
No.
There are a certain
You
amount of
make it-
rooms.
you make it
a
survival
certain
of the
amount of rooms and certain amount of shows and if we encourage someone and foster them, then they could be taking work. Now, not me. I'm in this cute girl market, and there's only like 4 of us. But
Wow.
if you're a young, like
That's
guy, like
news to the other 8 female comics in the area.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not in the cute
well,
girl. We
no.
must
Well,
be in the
yeah.
fat
There's like
Italian
there's
chick.
like the lesbian group. You know.
They're not cute.
Is there any crossover?
Careful. Think about it.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Probably for lesbians.
She's like, I wonder if I can use the word facetious.
Ah.
Yes, Crystal.
I have to side with Tiffany on this one. I agree that if you're not funny, then you should be made aware that you're not funny so that you don't continue to go up and embarrass yourself
All right.
and then give these people bad shows.
Okay, well, here's the thing. You're not a comedian or an artist of any sort other than producing the show, so you don't understand what it takes to get up there and do that. So you're not being supportive as an artist.
No, my hand went
Hold on.
first.
Wait. Jordan comes from a school of thought where you support and prop up artists. That's what improv is all about. Not dogging, supporting and helping.
Yeah, you dog him like after the show.
Yeah, in private.
Yeah.
At Pizza Hut.
Permission
Or
to enter
Denny's.
the ring.
Denny's. Yes, damn it.
I think it's almost
was
like
that?
let's say
You got wound up like.
look. Listen, let's say you had something like on your face. Like, wouldn't you
That is-
rather me tell you than
that's
just let it
completely
be
different.
there?
Okay, but Tiffany,
That's polite.
if I had something on my face, there's a difference between you taking me aside and pointing it out to me like quietly away from others and standing up in a crowded room and going, what the hell is that thing on your face? Oh my God, that's so gross. Ha, 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 ha. Okay? Do you
Is that
see
your-
the difference?
Yeah. Is that your whole thing in life? You're going to go around with that thing on your face? You should give that up right now because it's not working, sir. Yes, Crystal. non-artist,
Look,
non-comedian.
No, shut up. First of all, I give props to anybody who can get up on that stage and do it because it takes a
for
lot of
about-
courage and a lot of balls
For
to do
3
it.
minutes until they suck, and then you take the props away.
But here's the thing. Just because you have the balls to do it does not mean that you're funny, and that if you're not,
I'm not saying that.
I think that crickets on an app is actually a very polite way to say
No.
you're not very funny.
All right.
It's very polite.
Wait.
Holy crap, dude. Could you
Jeez.
imagine?
I know.
Oh, that's awful.
No.
No, it's only if you understand cricket language, they're being very polite.
I think it's nice. Like, think about it. Let's say you had a doctor that wasn't very good.
thought
Wouldn't
about
you
it.
rather have had someone tell them that they're not very good and good
Right.
at that before they cut into you?
Jordan, give her another thing because he can do the same example
I'm
again.
with you.
Would you rather tell the doctor or would you rather stand up in the middle of his waiting room and go, "You don't know what you're doing. You're a hack. You're
Yeah.
a quack."
Yes.
If I were in the waiting room, I would want to know.
I gotta
so
agree
I
with
could
this
leave.
one. Yeah.
All right, well, maybe it was a stretch of that. Thought we could roll it over. It's the same thing. You're apples and oranges. I mean, come on. A doctor has a certain amount of training. When you do stand-up, there's no guarantee that you have any training to do that. You're getting up there and you're just kind of winging it. Some people go to classes. Some people read books. Some people just go, I want to do this. Here's my 4 jokes. I'm going to go do 5 minutes. They don't expect Cricket Lady to be in the audience with her friggin' with her flying monkey band behind them, being awful. Yes, Crystal.
Look, if you can make it past the crickets and still have balls of steel to
Exactly.
get up on that stage and do it, then you deserve to be
Yeah.
on that stage. But if you can't handle it and you run off stage like a little baby bitch, then you deserve never to go back on that
Yeah.
stage
Could you
again.
imagine going to an open mic class and they
I
say,
know.
listen, we're going to have the open mic tonight. Now, there may be some arrows thrown at you. And I don't mean like things. I mean actual arrows. If you can just make it through the set with arrows stuck in you, you are going to be so talented. If anybody throws a shoe at you, don't take that personally. They're just trying to make you stronger as an artist.
Well,
What the hell?
Dave Hines keeps coming back, and he's not ever going to be good.
Stop talking about Dave
But
Hines. He
poor
does
Dave.
shows.
We tortured him to death.
Well, but because you guys are mean.
He
You
got
guys
so
are mean.
upset.
And
Like,
now
he
he's
would get
dead,
so-
and his breath comes out from his corpse lungs. And
He died inside.
the
That's
one
why.
who's dead.
Stop picking on Dave. He likes our show as well.
Dave Hines deserves to be up on that stage. You know why? Because he stood up to you, Tiffany Barbee, and all the other comics with their cricket app.
It's Cricket app.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. We had an interesting experience this past week. You can check it out on YouTube. We got together and had another game night. This game night wasn't like the last game night, except that Jordan won again. I don't know what the hell it is with you and board
Barely.
games, dude.
Barely.
barely.
I'm really like, and when I invite my friends over to play board games, they always ask now, is Jordan coming over?
We played twice. No, 3 times.
Yeah, you won every time. It's pissing me off. This time we played Life, the game of life.
Don't give me the death stare, Tiffany.
What?
We played the game of life, and the game of life basically is you go with a little car and you roll the spinner, you do the spinner, and you take moves, and you have to basically go through life choices.
They
and you
force you to get married.
isn't that weird though? You don't have
Yeah.
a choice not to get
With
married.
no
You have to get
divorce
married.
either.
What?
With no divorce, no option for divorce.
Oh my god.
They give you the choice.
Why?
Like,
Was there a peg that you were not pleased with? In
Yeah,
your
you
car?
know what? I was not happy with my blue peg, and I wanted to eject him.
Oh my god.
and
Why does that scare me?
they
I don't know why
give
that
you a
scares me.
chance
It's
to
just a-
change careers, and they give you a chance to take different, like the more risky
Yeah,
path.
but you
and all
have to
that.
have kids, and you have to get
No,
married.
I didn't have any kids.
You didn't have any kids?
Jordan
No,
didn't have
I
any
somehow
kids.
made it through without kids.
See again? What the hell, dude?
Lucky.
I don't. Yeah.
I had a boy
So,
and a girl.
I guess
We're
I'm
gonna-
infertile.
we're
my
gonna-
little peg was infertile.
We're gonna do another game night. What game did we decide we were gonna do next time? It was something else. I
Well-
brought it up, and you guys were like, yeah, that sounds like fun. What the hell
Oh,
was
is that me and Jordan like malarkey? But that would be quite a wordy game.
it? Yeah, no, it's got to be a visual game where you can see our hands. I just like I like the whole banter thing where you can hear us kind of talking, and then
Clue.
was it
We
Clue?
should play
No.
Clue.
Oh, we have Clue.
That's a good idea though, because then we'll be like, oh, it's Professor Plum in the shed with the rope.
Can we play VHS Clue?
Yeah. We can. I have
Clue
that
the-
too.
God.
All right, we'll figure it out. We'll do another game night. If you guys want to check it out, it's on our YouTube channel. Also, go and like us and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit us up on Twitter, like our Facebook page. Crystal's been getting a lot of people to like us on Facebook, some more than others. I want to thank the
Apparently.
gentleman who sent a Junkogram to Crystal. I don't know if that was in honor of the show, Junkogram, or just he felt like he needed to do that.
Yeah, that was not. Look, people, please do not send me junkograms because I don't want to see that first thing in the morning before my coffee.
Could you imagine, dude? Oh, sausages. Oh, my God. Yeah, I don't know. That's really weird, dude. Like, the guy had to know that probably Well, I guess you know what? I guess there's a 50-50 shot that maybe you're like, hey.
Well, it was a nice one. I'm not going to say it wasn't nice, but I don't want to see that.
Apparently you do, because you looked at it long enough to go, that's
It
not bad.
popped up. Literally, I'm on Facebook and it popped up, and I'm like, oh, whoa, what's that? What's happening?
What do you have, like a pop-up book phone?
No, because I don't have my messenger isn't like turned off, so it'll pop up if somebody messages me.
God, that's nice. All right. Well, you did delete him. You got rid of him, right? Pervy.
I unfollowed him and I unfriended him and I told him inappropriate.
Yeah, definitely. Did you flag him? Did you report him?
I know I didn't flag him
Why
because
not?
the poor guy. I mean, he was just trying to get some. But I unfriended him and unfollowed him.
What are you gonna get from that?
Now he's
Nothing.
gonna have. Now he's just gonna keep going and scaring little children that are girls.
Yeah. You should have played a cricket sound at him.
Exactly.
That would have been brilliant, though.
That would have been good, dude.
Yeah, so please, if you're going to friend us on Facebook, no junkograms. Keep it in your pants, for God's sakes. Don't take pictures of your genitals. We're not interested.
We rather see real life ones.
No, don't come. No, don't say
Well,
that.
I mean, don't come down here and show them to us.
No.
Oh yeah. No, of people that we know. Already.
I don't want to knock at the door and then.
Wait, no.
Be more specific.
No.
If we're banging you, then we want to see your
Yeah,
genitals.
there you go.
And
Sometimes.
only then.
Yeah, not even
And
then.
not even then.
Sometimes.
Sometimes either. So.
Yeah, not at all, really.
Yeah. I'd rather not have sex with a woman who can look down and see my genitals at the same time. It sounds like it'd be awkward. Like, I don't know.
What?
Hey?
You didn't get that?
No, I don't get it.
How are
Really?
you gonna? Okay.
Wow.
Well, because they're inner.
What?
Stop. All right, I don't want to go any further with this. I don't want to go any further with it. Next week, Halloween
She's
show.
bent over.
Next week, Halloween show. We'll have Michael Murillo in the studio. Now, are we all going to dress up in costumes next week?
Yes.
During the Halloween show, you going to do something?
Find something out.
Mike's going to be really like, what the hell? Nobody
Should
told
I
me.
tell him to bring?
If he wants to dress up, he can dress
He's
up.
so excited about my Luigi costume.
Yeah, why wouldn't he be?
Yeah.
Is that the one you're going to wear on Halloween, or have you decided what you're going to be for
I
Halloween?
don't know if I'm going to be around on Halloween.
Are you going out to L.A.? Where are you going? Texas?
I'm going
Dallas?
to Orlando.
Okay.
Oh.
Why do you have to make those faces? I don't understand.
Because I'm a character.
So you're going to be going on Halloween?
Maybe. I'm trying not to.
That's going to hurt Jake's feelings. You can't have Tiffany hanging out.
Well, Bob's upset too because they're having a big party at Snappers.
They are? I wasn't invited to
I'm
that.
going to be helping out with the
Why weren't we invited with
Yeah,
that?
why don't we know about
Oh,
this?
you could go.
Why didn't they invite us? Why are you just telling us now? That's
well,
pretty
because
lame.
it's Snappers.
I'm still waiting
You
here
just
for
go.
it.
It's a public place.
Whatever.
Yeah, we weren't invited.
Yeah, we want the invite. We don't want to show up as the public.
We're VIP, Tiffany. Don't you know?
Well,
Yeah,
I
true that.
invited you because I practically live there.
It's not the same.
You didn't really invite us. You just told us
You
about
just
it.
told us.
Well, because I just thought
Like
you
in a
would know.
taunting manner.
I wanted to go over this real quick. Jordan, you said earlier that you were writing again. I didn't realize what that meant until you told me yesterday. You are writing erotic stories now.
Yes.
About escalators.
About a lady having sex with an escalator.
Well, first of all, have you ever written any other erotic stories?
No.
No. So this, and I mean, you're obviously educated. You got a degree from a place of higher education.
Yeah.
What's the story about?
A lady having sex with an escalator.
With an escalator, not
Yeah.
on an escalator.
No, not on, like, with an escalator. Well, she's on the escalator at the time.
Is there a market for that?
Where?
I'm hoping. All I
Escalator
know-
sex.
There was some woman who's making like hundreds of thousands of dollars off of dinosaur sex books. So there's got to be something.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
something. So what? Yes, Tiffany.
Okay. So, my question is a two-parter.
Oh, God.
One, where? Like in a mall?
Yes, exactly. At the mall.
Okay. And then two, like how? Like riding on like the actual black part that everyone puts their hands on? Because I
Well,
usually Perilla.
I have the story with us if you'd like to find out.
Oh, you brought part of the story?
I brought the whole thing.
Don't be gross though.
Is it graphic?
It's maybe. I don't know.
Okay, we'll try not to be too I don't want to get too nasty, but I am kind of curious.
Do you wanna, I can put the opening up. It's not graphic.
I'm scared.
Yeah, just give me a little read right
Tiffany,
here.
why don't you read it?
No,
so,
I
'cause
don't
it's
want
a lady.
to.
It's a first-person lady talking, so I
want me to
can.
read it?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Okay.
No,
yeah.
she can't read.
It was a typically dreary morning. Outside it was gray and drizzly. Inside, the monotony of routine. I was the first awake, as usual, while Richard and the kids slumbered and snored. I made coffee and began packing lunches. Bologna, lettuce, cheese, and a few
Morose.
morose tears. Sorry, I'm on the side. I wouldn't call it a loveless marriage, but I struggle to find any positive objectives at this
Adjectives.
point. Oh, adjectives. Sorry.
She can't read it.
Because I'm on the side.
All right, do you want me to read it?
Yes.
Where? Oh, sexless, routine, passionless.
You
Oh
can't
my
read
God.
either.
All those
Passionless.
would. Okay, that's what I said. All those would
No.
apply. But the glory days, the time when Richard would drag me into the hall closet and paw me in his rough, gentle way, stroking and grinning while I stifled moans of pleasure, irrationally worried that someone would hear me, who, we had no kids, maybe the mailman, would judge me for enjoying myself. Now I think back, the times I pushed him back out before he could fully have his way with me, was that the trigger? Did I do something that makes me undesirable now? I have paranoid fantasies of Richard having an affair, not angry at him, but desperately jealous of whoever was getting his attention.
See, this is all set up.
Before I could reflect too much, the kids tumbled down the stairs for cereal and bickering, and I could hear. What? I said bickering.
It's downstairs, not down the stairs.
So you messed up a few, my dear.
No, I know, but I'm reading from the side. She's reading straight on.
You're interrupting right now.
Yeah, you're killing my story.
Do you want to read again?
No.
And I could hear my husband farting in the bathroom, not even trying to hide it with a running faucet. I put on my fake smile.
That's details.
Farting, really?
Character details, yeah.
My mom is so mad that I just said the F word right now, by the way.
No, you did.
She hates farting.
Oh, I thought it was facetious.
That's her worst word. Mom, I was just reading it. Soon enough, Richard joined us, took enough time to scold the kids for being too loud, filled his... Oh, no.
Yes.
Is that spelled right? Took enough time to scold the kids for being too loud?
Yes.
All right, filled his travel mug and was out the door without barely a glance.
With barely a glance at me.
Why don't you read it, Chris?
Let alone a kiss goodbye.
Goodbye kiss. For God's sake, none of you can do this.
No, let alone a goodbye kiss.
Yes.
That's the way it's written. I just said that.
No, you said let alone a kiss goodbye.
Oh, for God's sake.
Don't edit my story.
His commute was only 15 minutes, but he had begun leaving early, almost an hour. I don't know what he does for work now. Suspicions, that's misspelled.
No,
but
it's
no
not.
real desire to know. It's just been drained out of me, the caring. I hustled the kids back upstairs to get dressed, back down and out to the minivan, checked lunches, drove to school. At least the kids said goodbye.
I think it's too verbose.
I went to the mall. No real reason. Just the vague hope that I would find something, anything to take away the emptiness and aching, if just for a bit. The American dream of commerce replacing passion, a fantastic sale on ephemeral, excuse me, plastic that would somehow make up for not having what I really desired. Instead of sex, a new scarf maybe. I got to the mall just as it opened. Practically the only shopper. Parked near the food court entrance so I could enjoy the aroma of fresh baking cinnamon rolls. The heavenly aroma relaxed me a bit. Nodding to the half-asleep security guard, I strolled towards J.D. Glenny's.
Yeah, see? That's parody.
Department store near the middle of the complex. The women's clothing was on the second floor, so I took the escalator. The escalator. Looking back, I can only remember how right it felt. But at the time, the sudden shock scared me a bit. As I stepped onto it, I felt, well, just a twinge at first. Something in my middle. Not unpleasant, but different. A tingly warmth spread slowly through my body as I rode up. The best description I can come up with is full body full body pop rocks.
I thought you'd like that, Tiffany.
I honestly wondered if I was having a seizure of some sort. Then it hit my P word.
Yes, I threw that.
Ew, that's
and
so gross.
And I stopped. Yeah. And I stopped wondering about anything.
It's erotica.
Yeah, it was amazing. A thousand tiny fingers stroking my privates, hitting every nerve ending with an erotic tingle. My nipples, my elbows, the back of my knees, anything that could even remotely be considered an erogenous zone. An overwhelming wave of pleasure washed through me. It was at once a primal known thing, and at the same time an entirely new feeling. I had never known, even suspected such a sensation could exist within me, yet I knew at the same instant it was something I had wanted all my life.
Wait,
God, when do you get to the good stuff?
I
She
don't
had one
get it.
tingle and yes, what?
She already did it? She was just standing there?
No, she's just getting this is just the foreplay with the escalator. Just wait.
God.
Have you ever seen a cat watching a bird through a window? The weird chattering noise they
Chittering.
make? Chitter? Oh, excuse
Yeah,
me.
cat's chitter, not chatter.
Whatever.
Come on.
Jesus.
Have you ever been with a cat?
Okay, you bought a
Do you
thesaurus.
want to
Good
read
for
it
you.
yourself?
No.
That was the sound I was making as the pleasure rolled through me in waves. It wasn't quite an orgasm. It was like being right on the edge of one, all blissful, hungry expectation.
I'm just standing there?
Pressure grew. I could feel the moistness. Oh, I totally lost where the hell you're at.
Between my quivering
Legs. In the back of my mind, I briefly wondered if I would be able to stay standing when I came, or if I would collapse into a heap of shuddering ecstasy.
What?
And just as I felt the dam about to break, the release of 4 years pent-up sexual tension, yes. What would be the orgasm to end the all?
Oh, damn, I missed that up. That's them.
To end them all?
Yeah.
To end the all. I reached to the top of the escalator. As I stepped off, the sensation left me. I stumbled to a nearby bench, almost sobbing. I felt an intense mix of gratitude, disappointment. As I regained composure on the bench, I stared at the escalator. I watched the endless movement of the thick, glossy handrail, the sinuous flexing at the top and bottom, the graceful stairs folding, rising, and unfolding once more, rhythmic perfection. The mysterious light peeking from beneath the steps, winking and promising. I saw its name. Escalator C, up. After a time, I honestly couldn't tell you how long, I stood and went into the store. I absentmindedly browsed through various displays, all the time wondering if what had happened had really happened. My still moist underwear, panties, whatever, said yes. Yes, it did. I considered heading to the ladies' room to masturbate, finish what had been started, and I knew that it wouldn't be enough. I left the store, headed downstairs to CC. Oh, my God. All right, I've had enough.
Dude, what is wrong with your
It's
head?
actually not. Look, it's not actually. It's real. I like it. It's not bad. I mean, who the hell gets turned on by
Look,
writing
he looks
that?
so proud. He looks like he
It's
did
good.
after he won Monopoly.
It's not bad. It's not bad writing.
It's very good, Jordan.
I don't like it.
Why?
You didn't even finish it.
It scares me.
I don't want to finish it, but I get
It
it.
has
I
the
don't
P
get
word.
it.
What do you mean you don't get it?
I just don't understand why she'd be like just standing on the elevator or escalator and be like, "Woohoo, I'm so excited."
Because maybe it's a magical escalator that does sex.
Oh, you should say that at the beginning.
No. That's not how you do it.
Imagination.
Is that what they do with Harry Potter? Oh, yeah, they're magic people. They kill a nose man. Whatever.
What made you think of this?
The mall.
Yeah.
I mean, your writing.
He went to Pier 1.
Your writing is good. Like, I like your writing.
I was trying to think of an inanimate
stuff.
object that ladies would have sex with, and I don't know. And
not
at first I
bad.
thought elevator, but you can't do elevator because of damn Aerosmith.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
yeah.
See?
Sex and anything.
Yeah, and plus it makes sense. That they're
Love
they're
an
mechanical
elevator.
things, and like, look, there have been stories. There've been stories about women on motorcycles that get a little excited by the feel of the machine. So I get it.
Yeah, but
It's not completely out of the realm, Tiffany, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs and women, that's to me is way
yeah, that's really
out
weird
there
too.
than this.
Yeah, I'm in the real world here.
Do you really like? What are you going to do with this?
I don't know.
We'll see.
Sell it on Amazon.
No, continue to write, man. It's good. It's not bad. It's just
It's good writing, but I
nasty.
don't like some of the words.
Which ones in
Like,
particular?
I feel like the
porn
lady
words?
from Misery right now. I
Oh,
feel like Kathy Bates. I'm like,
Better watch out, Jordan. You're gonna fall asleep or she's gonna hobble you.
That's not what it feels like when you have sex with an escalator. Your words are wrong.
I know, right?
write it again. Why do you have to have such nasty words in there? This is what she say. I forget what she says.
Dirty birdie.
Yeah, you dirty birdie. You're being a dirty birdie.
You got to have like the few porn words sprinkled through to shock people into their
I don't
sexual
even-
energy.
I don't even like to know that you know those words.
What? He's in an interview.
I like
Which
him to
ones?
be innocent.
Sinuous?
No, the P one.
Nuzzled,
Oh my god.
grinding. I mean, what words?
I don't ever
The
want to
world?
hear him say the P word out of his mouth.
Aw.
Why? Why do you get to see those say those words and he
What
doesn't?
if I
don't
wanted to go pick
say
pussy
that
willows?
to you
Yeah.
guys.
What?
I never have said.
What if you try to lift a can and you go? What if you try to lift a can and you go? He's not allowed to call you a pussy. I mean, come on, pussy.
Oh well, like that. That's fine.
Oh.
But like in talking about hoo ha.
Hoo ha, hoo ha.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the double special erotica show. State your name and purpose. Sexily.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, is it Clarence?
Clarence, it's Clarence Renoir here.
What's up, Clarence? How did you like that story?
I didn't hear it. I was eating a McRib.
I understand, yes.
Hey, Clarence, I had a question for you. Where did Miguel come up with the beats for your rap? I was curious. Did he do that himself, or was that a program that he used?
He's got a buddy who makes them.
Oh, so we need a buddy that makes them.
Yeah. David Perlow, we're talking to you.
No, listen. When we come out there, I'll be bringing a whole mess of beats.
Oh, Oh, we're gonna have a wrap off.
So
That's right.
I'll already have them. You just rap over them and bring your A game.
Yeah, I'll bring my Caucasian A game, my Caucasian rap game.
No. JB will bring his A game, and you'll bring your gay game.
Yeah, whatever. That's fine. How is it?
I'm already hating. I'm trying to get a beef between us.
You want to have a radio war? Is that?
Don't be facetious.
Hey, how you guys doing?
We're doing good, Clarence. How are you? Is the health holding up? Everything's going good?
Oh man, I'm spry as a strawberry.
And have you heard from Lorene yet, or no?
No, she hasn't called me.
Yeah, that's okay. She hasn't called us either.
No worries, no sweat off my balls. Listen. Sorry, it's something to my throat.
Is that the McRib?
Yeah, the McRib got caught deep there.
Dude, those McRib.
I got a sponsor now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, she's gonna sponsor my album. Her name is Sherry. She makes cakes for Halloween time.
Oh, nice.
And the best cakes you'll ever have all over your face.
Oh.
Grandpa Clarence.
It's Sherry's Boo Cakes. She's out of Brandon.
Oh, she just makes big-breasted cakes?
No, she's Sherry's Boo Cakes.
Oh, boo cakes. I thought you said boob cakes. I'm sorry. I
got him all head up.
I have to say her tagline. It's her cakes will get all of your friends to come to your party.
Does she have a website where people can check them out?
www.sherrysbookcakes, BUCAKES.com.
BU?
Yeah.
I guess boo was taken.
Yeah, Boo was taken. But it'll bring you to the right site.
Right on. Well, are you going to go out trick or treating? Will you be home handing out candy for the kids? I mean, is that what's?
I'm handing out demo CDs.
They're pissed.
I've got a 3-song demo. I got some more stuff I'll be sending you soon.
Sweet. No, we're looking forward to it. But I think if you pass out the demos in your neighborhood, you might wake up with some toilet paper in your trees the next day. You need to give some candy out to the kids. They don't want music. They want candy.
No, I've got 3 neighbors wanting to get on board already.
For the candy or the demos?
For the rapping, they want to get on board.
Oh God, there's nothing worse than a bunch of white people rapping. One person's bad enough.
No, I've got a few coloreds with me.
Oh, that's awful. All right.
No. We're like a Benetton ad. Nothing racist.
Sure.
Nothing like that.
No, we're all holding hands.
I don't need all that mess.
Yeah, no, I know. I can tell that you're a good heart. When are we going to be able to get together? Will it happen like maybe after Halloween's over, after the holidays over, sometime in like early November? We can set it up.
Oh, we're down. We've got we're getting ready to move. Miguel's going to tell you all about that when he gets on.
Okay.
We're just watching a little hockey.
Oh, right on. All right, well, Clarence. Well, listen.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure. I'm glad that the health is good. I'm glad that you got the boo cakes going on, and I'm looking forward to laying down some tracks with you, Grandpa.
No doubt, brother.
All right.
Let me let you talk to Miguel. He's got some good news.
All right, home slice.
Are you gonna put some boo cake on Chris?
All right, there you go. Yeah, boo cake. I thought it was boob cake, and you could Barumski him. Barumski. Your cake.
Guys.
Yes.
Guys, what's up?
Miguel, what's up? How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. I tell you, I'm surprised you got that sponsor. I don't know where she came from.
That's awesome, dude. What's the big news that you have for us? You're moving your studio? Where are you moving?
No. I'm moving again. I mean, I'm fine. We actually got a place, so I'm getting established once I get over there. But and we're about to hit 500 followers on our page, man.
Sweet. That's awesome.
We've been making it crazy. The last 4 weeks, I think we've gone from 300 to almost 5. Man, we're cooking. It's everybody seems to be really enjoying the show and having a blast.
Right on. That's excellent, dude. If you guys want to check that out, it's Cranial Missions, the show. And that show airs again. Is it Friday nights or Thursday nights?
Yeah, we conflict with your re-airing on, oh, gosh, damn. What was the other network you're on?
IRN.
IRN, yeah. It conflicts with you guys. I think you guys start at 8. 8 to what, 10?
Yeah, 8 to 10. Let's say, 8 to 10.
Yeah.
Double special show on IRN 8 to 10.
Yes, right.
We're on Spreaker. We do our live show from 7 to 9. So
Sweet.
We do it from the brewery, and so it's a lot of fun. But Spreaker.com, if you guys get a chance to go on it, and we appreciate you guys' support, man. We getting trying to get everybody on there. We still love you guys to call in if you get a chance. We got a pretty good show lined up this week.
Sweet.
Now, do you find Spreaker to be a small community just of supportive people, like only like 8 or 10 of them?
No, we got almost 500 people now that are just listening and sharing and having fun.
You gotta check out Funny Looking Podcast or Funny Looking show on Spreaker. Funny Looking Live actually is the one on Spreaker.
Was this the one that Petchrachelli get all heard about when you were busting some guy's balls?
Yeah. Everybody was busting everybody's balls.
Was this the facetious thing?
Yeah, it definitely was, man. It's turned into old. We had Petchrachelli on and Gav Cross on earlier to talk about it, and it was an interesting conversation.
Oh, you had the guy on.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll be listening to it tomorrow.
Yeah, it was in the first half of the show. It's a good interview.
Was he pissed off? Like, what was Petchrachelli really mad?
No, I don't think. I mean, I don't know. Like, I think Petchrachelli just
I can't tell with him sometimes.
Well, I don't think a lot of people can. I don't know what that. I mean, he's and Gav just wants. I think Gav is coming from a very positive place, and I think the whole thing was a misunderstanding. But Petchrachelli kind of ran with it, and we all kind of ran with it, and then they got me riled up, and I ran with it, and so you know how that goes.
He's not only sure, he's HIV positive. Oh, thank you.
In the back of it, I got this thing in my head where I think like British people must think that Americans are big oafish morons who just like bulls in china shops comedically. We don't.
They're nothing but barbarians as Americans. Yeah, that's usually what they think of us.
Yeah, that probably didn't help, but
okay. Petchrachelli knows I'm fond of him. He's a trip, man. He makes me laugh, so he's a good egg. Is he doing okay? Did he tell you how his health is going?
Yeah. No, he's doing good. He's doing good, and he's doing the 30 minutes in the back room with Brad Maclean and Gav Cross. They all do the like a little radio serial thing that they're doing on a regular basis, which I think Crystal's going to be involved in.
I know. I've been trying to check as many of those things as I can.
They're crazy, dude. You should check them out. They're very interesting.
Yeah. Brad's a trip, man. Brad makes me laugh. I love when he does his crazy calls.
Yeah, we need to start playing a few of those.
About flushing the goldfish down the toilet or something.
Right. Yeah. No, we have all those on tape. We got to play a couple of them. Maybe do a best of show. That's what I need to do. I need to set up a best of show and just crank that sucker out and let it play one night because we got a lot of stuff.
That'd be good.
Old stuff.
But let's plan something, man. We'll plan a barbecue or something. I'll get the Reverend to come out and we'll have a day of it.
Yeah, that sounds excellent, man. Now you're still out in Brandon, right?
Say what?
You're still out in Brandon?
Yeah, we're still out in Brandon. I'm actually moving a little closer to like North Brandon now. I might be on the edge of Seffner soon.
You're going to be you're going to be in Florida, and then we'll be in South Florida, and we'll be in different states.
We'll work on something.
We'll get a pecan stand together and bridge the gap.
We'll cross the streams. We'll have some fun.
Right on, brother.
All right, guys. Well, you guys have a good night. I just want to say hi, and Grandpa's. Oh God.
Put him to bed.
He needs to go to bed.
Yeah,
he's been writing some good rhymes. I can't lie.
Oh, I believe it. I'm looking forward to the next one.
Stuff about walking down the street and everybody's throwing dirt on him and stuff like that. It's crazy.
Jesus, that's an awful existence for an old man.
Oh, he's having fun with it though. He flips them off. He doesn't give a shit.
All right, Miguel. Always a pleasure talking to you. Check out Miguel on Cranial Emissions every Friday night. On Spreaker.
That's right.
All right.
No doubt, guys. Thanks for the support, and we're always blowing your name up. So
right. We appreciate it.
We'll hopefully see you soon, guys.
All right, there you go, Miguel Hito. Thanks for calling.
Miguel Hito live.
Live from Brandon.
Cranial Emissions.
I think that Crystal may actually have Miguel coming out and do a little beer thing and just play. That'll be cool.
I've talked to him about for my day job coming out and doing a beer tasting for a men's event.
Yeah, he does the microbrewer out there and everything, and they have really good beers. Jordan's tasted them. They're delicious. I'm not into beer, but they look wonderful. I mean, they look like very creative.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so excited if he comes out to my work and does it because I'm drinking lots of beer.
It'll be cool. Again, next week on the show, Mike Murillo will be in the studio hanging out with us. It'll be a good time. If you're a fan of Mike Murillo's, come check him out live on the Double Special show next weekend. And then the week after that, after Halloween, we'll have the Almighty One on the show for a soul-rendering episode, which will be good. No, it's going to be fun, dude. Just try to come in with a positive attitude and try to bridge the gap.
No, that goes against my whole persona on the show.
Well, don't be a persona. Be your person.
I just want to say that he's not allowed to cast mine or Tiffany's breasts. while he is here.
Well, what do you think's going to happen? You think
that's
he'd offer?
definitely not gonna
Well, hold on.
happen.
Do you think he would offer and I'd be like, go for it, and then just allow him to?
Do you think he's
manage
going to
That's
show
not
up
your
with like,
option. It's our breast.
with plaster? What do
Yeah.
you think he's going to do?
Come on.
He could. You know,
He'll Bill Cosby.
You're just
he'll Bill
encouraging him
Cosby
now.
us.
I know that's not something we talked about, him and I, and I don't think that's something that's even on the table in consideration. I mean, he's already asked you. You guys said no. He didn't really ask you. You said no before he even asked, and then he was like no, and then you're like no. So I think that's a given. I think he knows that he's not gonna get the breast out, the puppies out. If I can't get the puppies out, he's not getting the puppies out. All right, that's all I'm saying. Not with plaster or.
You don't
funky
even
t-shirts.
like boobs. You like butts.
I like women
You
parts.
like butts.
I like women parts.
Do you think she's been to the escalator recently?
Oh, shut up.
What?
He can like
Yeah,
boobs
baby.
too. Just he likes butts better.
No, he
She's too
prefers
lazy to
he's a
go to the
butt
mall,
man.
so she just stands in the garage next to the step stool.
Yeah.
Hey, so what are you doing down there? 2 steps,
Yeah,
baby.
let's be honest. I can't afford them all. I have to be in the garage.
She stands by the walkway that goes up to the trail, Pinellas County Trail. Look at all those steps. That's wonderful. It's been a good show tonight. I want to thank everybody for calling. I want to thank Petchrachelli for joining in. I want to thank Gav Cross for staying up late and talking to us. Thank you so much, brother. It was a pleasure talking to you. And I thought it went well with Gav, and I think it went well with Pet. And I think this will all be behind us, and we'll all get back together.
We'll all make sad, sweet love to each other.
Yeah, listen, I'm a fan of Petchrachelli's. He's a fan of ours, whether he wants to admit it or not. I think he likes the show. Look, people, let me just say this online: don't take everything so seriously. Let people have their fun. And if I shoot something back at you, keep in mind I'm not angry. I'm just throwing my opinion out there. That's all.
He's just hot-headed.
Well, no, I don't know. He says it's real hard to put sarcasm. No, it's not. It's not hard to type sarcasm. It's very easy if you know the English language. And obviously, it was successful because you felt it. But it didn't come from an angry
I think he was
place.
being sarcastic. dude.
Maybe. No, but whatever. Whatever.
Leave my Petra alone.
I'm not dogging Petra. Would you stop making out like I'm being mean to him? I'm
You
just
shouldn't
saying,
use that word
relax.
either with English
Yeah.
people.
What?
Dogging. It means a wholly different thing.
What does it mean?
Like doing sex in car parks at night.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dogging.
For God's
Yeah.
sakes. Jesus
You don't want to dog
I
Petchrachelli.
can't say anything to these friggin' people.
I know.
Why don't we just get some I'm going to tell all Europeans, stop listening because I can't talk to you.
Do you think my mom got the word dogging from you? Because my mom used dogging the other day. Why are you dogging him? And I was like, what? Where did you get that from? What if
She
it's
was
from
like, yeah,
this?
home slice. What up, dog?
It was so weird. I'm like, what?
Maybe she's watching American Idol. She got it from Randy
Yeah,
Jackson.
or maybe you let her out of her isolation chamber and she saw some like popular media or something.
Yeah,
You know?
Popular media.
I don't know.
Tiffany has got 5 seasons of South Park that she's going to binge watch this week, and I'm so excited about it. But tomorrow night, we will be at Side Splitters. If you live in the Tampa Bay area and you want to come out, Tiffany and I will be out there. She will not be in her Ghostbusters costume, but we'll be out taping my set at the contest. Wish me luck. I hope I move on to the next round, yada, yada, yada. Saturday night at Coconuts in Clearwater, Tiffany's featuring.
Yay! Tiffany.
If
Should
you
I
live
wear
lo-
this?
Wait, what? No, not a costume. No, wear something nice. I want to do a costume.
Yeah, Tiffany, he's saying your
Yeah.
costume's not nice.
Just go
Don't
out there
wear
and
that.
just go out there and kill it because I know you're going to be good. It's going to be fun. If you live in the area, come out and check her out. You can check it out on TampaBayComedy.com.
She might be wearing that green shirt though. You should come out for that.
What green shirt?
The one we like.
Right. The replay on IRN Friday night, 8 o'clock to 10, and on Gear Radio Saturday morning, 8:30 in the morning. We're double special. Come to the end of another one. Thanks everybody for calling in. Lisa, thank you so much. Miguel, Clarence.
Sarah.
Yeah. Awesome to hear from you, baby. It was awesome. I love it. We'll see you guys next week. Halloween show.
Brad, thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Good
We love you.
night.